Hello, everyone, and welcome to the United Adventure Company. It's Season 1, Episode 20 of our Welcome Home campaign. Tonight is going to be our season finale. It should be fun. I have spent quite a bit of time having a little bit of fun creating this for today. So the reason it's our season finale, we're going to be taking about a 1 month break. Maybe a little less, but it's going to be about a 1 month break. My work requires me to be on site for the month of August. I work at a university. It's move-in month, so all the kids are coming back to school. Well, they're not kids. They're young adults. Let me get that right. And
they're kids.
They're kids.
You guys can say it. You don't work there.
Okay.
They're all coming back and moving in. We have a full house of student body this year with a waiting list. So I've got 9,000 heads and beds to put away by the end of the month. So I'll be busy. I won't have a lot of time to do this. We'll do an AMA or something throughout the month. We'll talk about this session, the whole season 1, and where we're going next. What are we going to do? How are we going to get there, etc. But I'm excited, and I hope everyone has had a great time so far in the Welcome Home campaign. I am
So far
trying to find my music. That's the wrong music playing. Anyway. I think it's supposed to be that one. Yes, it is that one. If you haven't followed us, make sure you go back and watch the whole season on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, you can find us on our YouTube channel. Same name, United Adventure Company. Look us up, find us there. Go ahead and give us a follow here now, so when we do get back to streaming at the end of August, early September, you will get notified for it. I want to thank everybody for all the follows that you've given us this month. We have grown so much in the month of July. It's been pretty amazing. So thank you so much. I think our ticker says we got 21 follows this month alone. So thanks to all of you out there in Twitch land who have followed us. Other than that, I don't think we have any announcements for this. I kind of want to jump into it because there's quite a bit that I want to get done tonight.
Me too.
I have no idea what you all want to do, however, so
Kill things.
I had to plan for
kill people.
I had to
Murder
plan
hobo.
for all of the things. Murder hobo. No, that's my
Kill
other
people, steal things, and break things.
That's my other D&D group that plays on the alternating Saturdays for Horde of the Dragon Queen. They're a bunch of super powered murder hobos. Except for one character who's not murder hobo, actual hobo. So
He's an actual hobo.
he's an actual hobo, yeah, goblinoid hobo. So check that out sometime.
Does he have a shotgun?
No, he does not yet.
He needs one.
So he's not a hobo with a shotgun.
He is not a hobo with a shotgun. No, he is not.
There's a story there that I don't think we have time for. So
Not tonight. Maybe during the AMA we'll get to that story.
Yeah.
It's literally a movie called Hobo with the Shotgun.
Nice.
Which is not an official sponsor of this channel. So if I remember correctly, let's just jump right on back in here, y'all. If I remember correctly, last session we ended with you all basically bunkering down in the now abandoned gnome village. Night had fallen. You were taking turns with your watch. You were, I believe, and I could be mistaken, but the way I have it noted is that Matches wanted to go down and investigate the ship more. Is that, or did you stay back up? I don't remember which way we ended. That was last.
The intent was he wasn't going to be antisocial. Going to hang out for a while and And then when it got time for sleepy time, he was going to go with it back down to the ship.
Okay. So unless anyone wanted to do anything else before sleepy times, we will say it is sleepy time.
Sleepy time.
Sleeping, meditating, regaining your hit dice, and whatnot. Matches wanders off down into the ship. Does anyone else go with, or just let him wander off on his own?
I'm not following.
Mm-mm. Me either.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So Matches, you wander down the makeshift staircase back down to the deck of the ship. The lights are still gently illuminating, soft pulsing going on. Not fast, just nice and slow, steady pace. You're alone, and you can kind of, now that everything in the world has silenced and the night has fallen, you can kind of hear just a low hum coming from the ship.
Cool. Main thing I want to do is just get a little bit more familiar with like the bridge of the ship and check out like what kind of armaments it has.
Okay. Okay, Matches, okay. So you're on the bridge of the ship, and whoop, it's not over there anymore. It's over here.
Like, is it the Nautiloid Spelljammer from back in the day? If that's the case,
it's
I
very
know what's
similar to that. So what I'll do is I will pull up some stats
like
for you.
medium ballista, a medium catapult, and one jettison in the rear. I don't know if you're going. I don't know if you're using the Spelljammer. So
It is, but it's been changed a little bit for 5th edition. So there are, let's see. You roll me a d4. Yeah, roll me a d4, and I'll tell you there's 3 weapons on board. 1. All right, so there is a looks like there is a tentacle weapon, a grappling ram, and a just kind of a traditional ballista on board.
all right.
So that's your weapons, and I can shoot you this. I'll actually send you this link over in the Discord. Hey, thanks for that follow. Or was that a sub? I didn't see what it popped up.
Subscription.
It was a sub. It went away before I
Strissy.
saw it. Is Strissy for the resub? Did
Yep.
you resub?
Yep.
Awesome.
He
Thanks,
resubbed.
man.
Thanks, Astrissy.
Appreciate that resub. I can't talk today, y'all. My brain is toast. So if you're hungry, you could eat some of my brain.
No thanks.
Oh, thanks. No, thanks.
No? Okay.
No.
I just sent you the link to what I'm using. It's a updated 4.5e homebrew Spelljammer kind of compendium. So you will have that.
Oh, I do know. I remember what I wanted to do now.
Okay.
I wanted to go through that book. You know, the book, and see if that book or any of the books that I brought from the library talk about this ship, this kind of ship.
Okay. Well, let's do an investigate there. If you're actually going to dig into these books and see if you can find any information, let's do an investigate. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow. You've had the page dog-eared. You already knew what you were going to hope to find one day in your travels, and you had a bookmark hoping that you would find this. And yes, it does. It does tell you quite a bit about ships like this. It may not be this specific ship. These ships typically have between 2 and 5 decks, basically. It has a little sketch of all the different decks, where they are. Navigation and helm control is typically on the bottom level, along with the cargo hold and any other precious things that want to be kept safe. The crew decks are in the middle, and then there is a flying bridge basically on the top deck, which is where you are now. They have a various different forms of propulsion and navigation. Everything from what's it called? Linked or series helms to individual pool helms. So all different ways.
Does it?
Go ahead.
Just to save time, so I don't run through this whole book. Does it work the same way as second edition Spelljammer as far as draining spell levels to power the ship?
Depends on the helm type.
Gotcha.
It depends on the helm type now. Different helms, like there's a pool helm, there's a series helm, and there are a couple other common helms. Which for some reason that tab closed on me.
Is there any way I can tell which one this ship has?
You would have to get to the engineering deck, which, if you remember when you were in the Mind Flayer pod, when you were fighting that Mind Flayer in the pod, the stairwell continued down, but it was also blocked by debris. So you all never cleared that stairwell.
All right. And that's not something I could do by myself.
You could. It would take you probably the rest of the night to do it by yourself, which would give you, an entire day, an entire night without a long rest. So if you went in another entire day, you would probably run into a level of exhaustion.
Well, I'm going to play towards my character, and my character is very curious, so I think that his curiosity would override his need to sleep, so
Gotcha.
he will attempt to overwork this at the risk of exhaustion.
Okay, fair enough. So you get to work on that. It will take you pretty much the rest of the night, because it was already late in the night, so it's going to take you the rest of the night to clear that stairwell by yourself.
Understood.
All right. Everyone else, the night passes uneventfully for everyone else. You wake up feeling rested and refreshed. Your meditation are complete if you meditate, etc. And as you step outside, you can kind of hear echoes of stones crashing and clunking coming from the entrance of the cave, the stairwell.
Time to investigate.
Right on. So you head down and you see Matches carrying the stones up and kind of just lobbing them off the side of the ship. Pieces of ship debris, stones, rocks, all kinds of junk. Just kind of throwing it off. Looks like he's cleaning the ship out.
all right.
Well, I'm satisfied with that.
You get down. You've just about got it cleared out. Matches. You see everyone else coming down. I guess did everyone go down to investigate that?
Yeah, I heard noise. I went down.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay, so everyone else goes down, and you see them all coming down the stairs. You're you're sweaty, you're hot, you're tired. You're not suffering from exhaustion yet.
Yeah.
If you go the rest of the day without any rest. So
Well, do I have it clear enough where I can slip through a hole or a crack?
yeah, you could probably slip down in there. You're small
Yeah,
enough.
I just want to get a look at the helm.
All right.
See if I can see if I can determine what it is.
All right. Well, you go down the final stairwell into the final. Well, actually, is this? Hold on. Let me just double check and make sure you're on the final layer. 'Cause you
We were
did
2 layers down.
Okay, so you're on the
Yeah, we
third
were
layer.
two.
You were on the third layer of the ship. And does anyone follow along?
I mean, I'm curious as to what he's looking for, and I'm gonna say, dude, have you been up all night?
I don't know. What time is it?
It's morning. It was not when we last saw you. You've been up all night. Have you slept?
I may have dozed a little bit. I'm not sure. I just need to get a look at this helm. We could be sitting on something absolutely amazing. It could give us a massive advantage in whatever situation is going to come.
Okay. Sure.
Are you saying this is a war machine?
Oh, yes, I believe so. Absolutely.
Interesting.
I just need to determine what exactly powers the helm. There's from my studies, there's several possible options.
I'll do whatever I can to assist. Having a war machine at our disposal would be great.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think there's... If this thing is operational and we can enhance its armament enough, I'm not sure that there's anything that anyone, perhaps aside from a dragon or another Illithid, could do to stop us.
Imagine what we could do to the OSG with this thing. We could wipe them off the map.
Hearing
OSG.
that, suddenly Vale is automatically interested. So
Of course he is. All right.
Not just the OSG, dear Brata. All of our enemies.
well, that's the only enemy that we have is the OSG. So
Yeah, right now the OSG is the only enemy we've got, as far as I know.
Oh no. I'm sure if you think back.
There will be more
Far
enemies as we cross to the other side of the continent.
So I'm sure if you think back far enough, you have some enemies.
And you all have
You
this
all-
conversation
You
as you're
all
going
are
down the
members of an
stairs.
orphanage. You all are a member of an orphanage. You got there somehow.
yeah, our families were slaughtered by the people that run the orphanage, and they took us as their proteges. But that doesn't necessarily make them my enemy.
We still don't know that's the case, Vale. We
I mean,
suspect, but
it's
we don't
pointing.
know.
It's pointing that way. Okay, come on.
Wait. The people at the orphanage are responsible for the slaughter of your families? The ones that...
Well,
We don't know that.
People who worship the same god.
yeah.
They seem to be a radical sect.
And at the very least, the people that run the orphanage were complicit in the slaughter of innocent families. But I gotta say, I mean, look at me now. Look at how I've turned out being in the orphanage. I'm fine. So,
Yes, of course, you are fine. You are fine, but just think, you are noble tabaxi.
well, that's very true. But now all of a sudden,
Just
Vale's
think.
thinking, I
Inside
don't have a
your
crown. I need a
veins.
crown.
Inside your veins is the blood of the Tabaxi, the proud and noble Tabaxi, rulers of their realm, master hunters, running free through the jungle, taking what they want, the apex predator of their domain.
And here I thought he was just a cat.
Vale believes this 100%.
Yes. And in fact, so much so that I will go ahead and give you you'll have a D4 bonus on any checks that you make for the next hour.
Who?
You, Vale.
Okay.
So
He has
maybe
inspired you.
So maybe, my friend, you have more than one enemy. There are those that seek to destroy you, and then there are those that have not sought to oppress you, but have succeeded.
I wonder how I would look in a crown.
Oh, you would look noble indeed. Trust me.
Okay.
Oh boy. All right. As you all head down the stairs to the next level, you get the last of the bricks and rocks, debris moved out of the way, and you move down. You find yourself on the third level of the ship. It's pretty damaged. There are big holes in the floor, but this looks to be a crew quarter. It's a semi-private area. Beds are partitioned off from one another. There are 12 beds here and a couple of different just empty bays. And the stairwell continues down. It is not blocked from here. There are footlockers with each of the beds.
I inspect every footlocker.
All right. They are all locked.
Of course they are.
There are 12 of them.
All right, well, I'll try. I want to try and get the first one open.
All right. Well, you do that. What's everyone else do? Go ahead and use your tools. Go around.
I'm just going to continue to try to locate the helm.
Nope.
The helm source.
Okay, so you don't see anything that resembles that on this level, Matches, so do you just keep going down?
Yes, I think still playing to the character's curiosity, he may continue to go down.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with him and see if he can show me the picture of what he's looking for, in case he needs to like move an object larger than a carton of milk.
Yeah, I was gonna go with him too.
Okay, so Clark, are you gonna go with the rest, or are you gonna stay up here with Vale while he tries to break into all these footlockers?
I'll go along with the rest of them.
Okay, so they're gonna all leave you behind, Vale. Are you gonna stay with these footlockers, or are you gonna go with the party?
I'm very much interested in the footlockers right now.
Okay. All right. So we will.
They can only go down. So, and if they're coming back, they'll have to walk right past me anyway. So, I'm stay right here.
Okay. As the rest of you go down to the next level, I'm going to go ahead and move the map in a second. Let me make sure that certain things are on. Yes. Save. All right. And I will bring you all into this map, and then I will switch it over. As you all go down the stairs, you do find yourself probably in what you would guesstimate is the lowest level of the ship. And you find yourself in a room that is 20 by 25 or so. There are 2 tables, 2 workbenches in this room. It appears to be, I don't know, maybe a workshop or repair stations or something like that. Instead of the blue light that was illuminating the rest of the ship, a soft yellow light pulses, mainly from the floor, illuminating the room enough for you to see. The dust swirls as you enter the room. It's as though it's been undisturbed for centuries. Metal tables, they mirror one another in the room, and the workbenches are on the wall. They contain miscellaneous ship parts, pipes, wires, control devices. There's also a bunch of stuff on the floor. It too is, if you pick it up, and there's just a clean spot under it, so it seems as though it's been here for quite a while. There is a opening in the wall on the north side, and there's a curtained area on the south side of this room. Can the chat see that? Yeah, everybody can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess let's poke our heads out the opening first.
Okay. As you look out the opening, you see a long hallway spreads side to side of the ship. Center of the wall across from you is a large door with what looks like a big hand crank on it. It's a very large steel, like almost like your character wouldn't see it as an airlock, but it looks like an airlock door. And the hallway turns south on both sides.
I'm gonna peek my head behind the curtain.
Yes, behind the curtain.
All right. As you look behind the curtain, you pull the curtain back to reveal a room that has 8 of those pods in it, like the Mind Flayer was in on 2 levels above. All of them are open, and there is a soft blue light coming from each of them. They are empty.
Like, is this a helm, or is this just...
This doesn't match with the helm pictures you would think of. If you want to look at them a little closer, excuse me.
Oh, yes.
They do resemble the pod from up above. Actually, they look like a stasis pod for the Mind Flayers. There is a little device on each one, and it says available in common.
Are these more doorways down here, or what are these?
Yes, those 2 are openings, and then this is at the bottom of the room, another very large door. It is glowing with a blue light, and it has what appear to be glyphs around it.
I will report that there is an empty hallway with additional doors where I am.
Yes, Matches is growing impatient. We have to find that helm. So he'll check it out.
I'll tell Matches about this big door here, and I'll say that there is a very heavy-duty door which would seem to lead to a very defensible position. I figure my insight is good enough that I can predict that a helm would be a defensible position, being so important.
Absolutely. Let's check it out.
We'll squeeze into these 2.5-foot corridors.
It is tight. It's pretty tight quarters. It is a ship.
Brata is following Matches closely.
All right. So you want to go check out this door up here?
Yeah, and I guess while Matches is heading over with Brata, I'll try the hand crank to see how strong that is.
It's pretty stout. Clark, are you gonna go up there as well?
No, I'm gonna save some time and start exploring down here instead to cover more ground.
Okay. You're gonna go this way, you said, right?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. For you, when you poke out that side, it looks like you kind of stick your head out, and it looks like this hallway just runs up parallel the side of the room that you're in, and you see a row of beds. Unlike the ones on the level above, these do not have a separator or foot lockers with them. And you can see the top of the staircase where you came into this space.
Is this just wall right here?
Yeah, that's just wall. Did it not reveal?
Okay, there we go. I'll poke my head out the other side.
Same thing. It's a mirror image.
Then I guess I'll go join the group.
All right. I think that's everything there. So you go up and join the group. Let's jump back upstairs real quick and let Vale roll a couple more of these thieves' tools.
Thieves' tools.
Yeah, there you go. You got one open.
Yay! What do I find?
It looks like the remnants of personal effects. There's some very rotted out, like dry rotted out clothing.
Okay.
Some very, very rough looking boots. No weapons, nothing of real value. You might come across 5 gold, but it doesn't look like the gold you currently use as currency.
Okay.
No. You want to do a couple more while we're...
Yeah, sure. We'll do at least one more. Oops, I just closed the wrong window. There we go. Thieves' tools.
Oh, yeah. Easy. You got that one. 30, 20. Good job, man. Same thing, really. Except in this one, there are 6 gold pieces.
Okay.
And I mean, after a while, now that you've gotten 2 of them, boom, boom, the lock is pretty much the same.
Okay.
Tell you what, actually. Well, actually.
Actually.
High or low?
High or low? High.
All right, I rolled a 58. You find a small key ring
Ooh.
in this footlocker.
Ooh.
And it looks
Okay.
like one of the keys actually will fit in this footlocker. So you might be able to use it on the other ones.
All right. I take it to another footlocker and use the key.
And it opens right up. This must
Sweet.
They're all keys.
That's
the
just
same.
lazy locksmithing.
It is. It is. All right.
All right.
So, in total, out of those 12, you end up with 9, 11. You end up with about 25 gold pieces.
Okay.
Like I said, they're old gold. They're not like the gold pieces you use now. They look completely different. They're shaped in a hexagon, not circular.
But they're still gold. So
Gold is gold.
Gold is gold.
There you go.
Gold is gold, baby. And I've got a crossbow to pay for.
This is true. All right. Back downstairs. This door is... The crank is pretty solid. If you want to try and turn it yourself, go ahead and you can roll me a strength check.
I was just kind of seeing if it was loose or not, and if it's obviously not loose, I am definitely going to let Bratza handle that.
Yep, it is not just a easy spinning thing. It has been down here for several hundred years. You do see that it has a little bit of that blue light kind of in it as well.
Do you need my help, Furbolg?
Yeah, there definitely is some muscle needed for this door to open.
All right, I'm gonna try to open the door.
All right, roll a strength. You tug on it, and it does not move. You lean into it pretty good, and it does not move. Oh, you know what? We forgot Neris. I forgot to put Neris on the map.
You know, if we care enough about this door, we do have those potions of giant strength.
Oh my god.
Well, perhaps you all should try first. Maybe you'll have more luck. Maybe I will just loosen it up for you.
Is it just if it's just stuck, perhaps I could use my tools on it.
It's possible. What is this?
If we must, I can use one of the potions.
I can also enhance your strength with my magic.
Matches, do you want to give this a try?
Yes, let's not waste our magics right now. Let me see if I can try it.
The mighty goblin steps up to the wheel. Go ahead and roll your strength.
I was going to use my tools.
Or you're going to use your tools.
try-
Go ahead and use your
Yeah.
tinker tools.
Yeah, if it was strength, there ain't no way in hell I'd pop that thing.
You never know. It's always a nat 20. So you're using your tinker tools, right?
Yes.
That you see how the mechanism works, but your tools are ineffective against it.
So it's not like frozen or anything due to time. It's just it really takes somebody to put some ass on it.
It looks like a combination. You're gonna have to put some ass on it, and there's a little bit of corrosion built up. But your tinker tools, you probably have an oil can in that, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
So whoever wants to try again with the strength, if they want to try again, can roll with advantage now that the mechanism has been lubricated.
Get it, brother.
All right.
Get it.
Let's try this again. Okay, let's put some weight into it.
Damn.
All right, a 22. You grunt, and you feel it give, and it breaks away, and as you
Hooah!
with a loud clang, and Vale, you hear a clang from downstairs as you're finishing up your last footlocker.
Pull out my crossbow and I point it towards the staircase, looking for movement.
You hear Brata erupt victoriously, as if she has done something well.
Whew. Okay. Sling the crossbow back on my belt.
Erupt, you say?
Yes.
Eruption. I'm
That
sorry,
sounds
because I have to share this. I'm so sorry. It's so unprofessional of me to be looking at at a Facebook page while we're D&Ding. But down the road from my house, somebody tied a get well soon balloon to a dead armadillo.
Oh, you
I
have
love
to
it.
screen cap that and put it in the Discord.
You have to
please.
put it in the Discord,
Put that in the
please.
Discord. Screen cap it.
Oh,
Put it in the Discord. That's amazing.
It's
I wonder
so
if
good.
it's the same person going around doing that. Because like a
I
couple
don't know.
months ago on my way to work, there was one on a dead deer, and like
Somebody did that on
why?
I-75 here where I live too. Pulled
Wow.
over on 75 and did that. But yes, I will
That's a
I will
brave
share that.
person to stop on I-75 and do that.
The
Right?
damn kids.
So back to Brato's
Sorry, yeah.
screaming
Yeah,
eruption.
sorry about that game break. That's pretty good though. As you turn the wheel, you grunt. You turn the wheel, and a slight hiss can be heard as the door starts sliding. No, rolling out of the way. It rolls to the left of the opening, and as the opening comes into view, the smell of old, stale air, lost spaces even, like that old closet you never went into. Kind of creeps out into the hallway and hits you all. The door creaks and grinds as it moves. As you look inside, the room is rather large. The floor is made of a metallic mesh material. It looks solid enough to stand on, but it's definitely a metallic mesh of some kind.
Does it
In the
resemble anything in
yeah.
the book?
Hang on, I'm getting there. Trying to reveal the room. In the center of the room is a console, are 3 consoles surrounding a chair. Not the map level, I want the token level. There are 3 consoles surrounding a chair. A blue gem glows beneath the chair. Sitting in the chair is a human wearing robes. Their hands, from what you can tell, seem to be resting on 2 of the consoles, one on either side of them. There are 2 more humans in the back of the room.
Living human.
As you kind of look in, you can tell that those 2 humans appear to be shackled, chained to the floor, perhaps. As you can hear the chain rattle as they turn, hearing the door open.
Oh, devious indeed. Would I be correct in assuming this is a life jammer?
Roll an intelligence. Based on the book and your knowledge of this, I'll even give you advantage. It resembles a life jammer, but you're not sure until you get a better way to inspect the helm. You do know that life jammers typically use an imprisoned system.
If this is a life jammer, then we could have a unlimited fuel source. If you know what I mean.
Actually, no. Think I need you to explain it.
Oh, our enemies could be the logs on the fire that boil the water to make the steam. We'll power it with people. Sorry.
Powered by the people.
Oh. Oh.
Do you go into
humans? Our enemies. Oh, I don't know. I'm thinking we might wait until our roguish companion comes down. Perhaps, considering the nature of this room, it may be, should I say, trapped? I don't know.
The person behind the console, in Vale, you can hear someone yell out, Oh, thank the gods, we're saved! Rescuers! Oh, and the other 2 turn around. You hear the chains rattling. They smile. Oh, please help us. We're trapped. We have to escape. We've been here for too long. We haven't seen another soul since we came down here weeks ago. Months, maybe. We don't even know how long it's been. We ran out of rations.
I know what Matches will look really worried and look into the room and say, Is it safe? Have your captors trapped the room?
Well, we haven't seen anyone since we got here. I sat down in the chair and then suddenly this happened. I advise you not to sit in this chair unless you want to take my place.
You've been here for hundreds of years?
No, weeks, maybe months. We had maybe 2 or 3 weeks of rations, and we cut those in half and then cut them in half again, and we just ran out days ago. Please, won't you please help us?
The invincible Furbolg strides into the room.
The invincible Furbolg.
But wait. This passage has been blocked by a landslide for many years.
It has? We just came down here a few weeks ago. I'm telling you, it's only been a few weeks.
And who put you in there?
The ship. It chained us in.
I'd like to try an insight roll to see if they're.
All right.
Yeah, it sounds like something I'd be watching out for. Well, I got a 17.
It seems legit to both of you. They seem to be telling the truth, or that they believe they're telling the truth, one or the other. But they are
You mean-
convincing.
How did this vessel put you in chains?
When I sat down in this chair and I went to touch the console, suddenly the chains just came up and grabbed my wrists and then shackled around my legs. They came from under the floor.
How did you get down here in the first place?
We
Exactly.
just walked down the stairs. It was a clear path. We were here. We found this place. We thought, oh, this is kind of cool. And we found some gold upstairs. And then we never made it to the cargo hold. We found this place and came in. Man, this looks cool, but it's not.
And
There
what about
wasn't
the
anybody-
gnomes?
Yeah.
What about the gnomes?
What about the gnomes? They were stripping this thing out when we got here. We told
It's
them
funny,
they
the
shouldn't.
gnomes didn't mention you were down here. It seems like something that they would, tell us about.
We really didn't interact with them much.
Well, I'd say if those gnomes up there knew that there was something down here that quite possibly could have trapped us, then someone up there needs discipline.
I'm gonna go a different route with these people, and since I assume there's a common calendar for the entire world,
Sure.
what day was it? Like date was it when you came into this ship?
Of course. Now I'm gonna have to go look that up.
You can just give me an amount of time. Like, do I recognize what they say as being like, yeah, a few weeks ago, or is it like, oh, that was like 10 years ago?
They rattle off a month and a day on the calendar that is accurate, and coincides with their story. They believe it was, several weeks to a few months because they've split their rations and they have not been able to keep track of the days with no sight of the sun. They sleep when they're tired. They get up. They just are kind of stuck here.
Good berries for everyone.
All right, so you're gonna walk over there.
Just plopping good berries into people's hands. And we'll start with just like one each, so at least they won't be hungry.
Yes, and
as soon
I
as-
I have not entered that room. I have not entered that room.
Correct. Just the invincible Furbolg.
Furbolg is go back to the first one that you got within 5 feet. Okay. A tendril comes out, slaps you, hits with a 21.
That's definitely gonna hit me.
Does hit you. All right. Then you take. Will it let me roll the damage here directly? I'm just gonna click this and see if it rolls the damage it's supposed to. I didn't test this earlier. Oh, I need to do it on my screen. Sorry. Yep. You take 14 bludgeoning and 7 psychic damage. Additionally, make a wisdom save.
$15.
All right. This might hurt a little bit, Furbolg. What is it? I believe it said it was. That's what I thought. Okay. Advanced die roller.
Ooh.
You also take
Oh,
36 psychic damage.
oh.
Additionally, you will have to roll a d4 and subtract that number rolled from any ability or attack roll that you make going forward. Until you take a short or long rest, or you are healed.
All right. Did I see where the tentacle came from, or can I sense where the psychic attack came from?
Came from that individual. As you got within 5 feet of it, you were slapped by its hand, just kind of reached out, slapped you, chained, and then you felt this wave go through your mind. And for a moment, if you look around, you don't remember where you are. You're not sure what you're doing here. You can't remember how you got here. In fact, you don't even remember the last 24 hours.
Furball, back out of the room. Quickly. Over here.
I'm working on it.
About this time, Vale will make his way downstairs.
Yep. You get down there, and you see the door open. You see everybody. You don't see Furbolg. Furbolg, you can, if you would like, make a perception check. You said you were asking,
Would like
you were
to do
looking
that.
to see where it came from, so. Aha.
26. So I think I can figure it out.
As you're kind of shaking the cobwebs from your head and trying to figure out what just happened to you, you look down, and in the mesh of the floor, you see what looks like a green, oozy tentacle that goes down under the mesh and then shoots across the floor towards these 3 large cylinders that are on the other side of the room.
Legit.
This is perhaps what restrains the fuel.
You might be right.
All right. Does anyone else want to do anything here before we go into an initiative, or do you all want to retreat?
Do I get to do a turn of stuff?
Yep, you can. You can go ahead and take your turn.
All right. Well, as I retreat, I'm going to drop my spirit totem here, which I guess is not the correct size. I'll have to fix that later. But it does have a 30-foot aura, so that's good enough. That is going to be a unicorn totem spirit. And then I'm going to move... Yep, I can do that. 25 feet there. And also cast Cure Wounds on myself at 3rd level. So I will gain 21 hit points plus 7 for being in my unicorn spirit. So 28 hit points. Okay.
Very well. 28 hit points.
And I also heal Matches if Matches actually was injured.
When you moved away, this entity, this human here, this one right next to him, kind of lunged at you, but missed. What do you
They're
all do
restrained to
next?
the chairs, though, right?
What's that? Yes.
I mean, they are restrained to the chairs, right?
This one's restrained to a chair. These 2 in the back are standing. They're restrained to the floor with leg shackles. into giant iron rings that look like they're welded to the floor plates.
Do the tentacles look like they're part of some kind of mechanism in the room? Like I know you said they go to some glowing thing or whatever, if I'm understanding that correctly.
Yeah, what is relayed is they go towards in the direction of these. You can't actually see what they connect to, but they go in this direction over here, towards these 3 cylinders.
Are you pinging something? I'm not.
Yeah, those three canisters in the upper left corner. Those 3 circles.
Okay.
So that it goes in that direction. Along the back wall behind these is a bank of monitors and kind of control panels. They're all dark. There's nothing on them. The person sitting in the chair. Well, why'd you run away? You're supposed to help us.
I'm not running. I'm just regrouping.
I'm going to take like.
Go ahead.
I was going to take like 3/4 cover behind the door. I'm sorry. Is that what restrains you to the chair?
I don't know what the ship did this. I've told you. The ship did this.
Are those things part of the ship?
What things?
I'm going to look at Matches and I'm going to say,
those are my friends.
Whatever this is has a psychic effect on people, so I doubt they can see it right now.
Those are my friends. We came here together and we have to leave together. I'm responsible for them. I promised their parents I would bring them back alive. It's our first adventuring gig, and here we are trapped in the bowels of a ship. And our rescuers standing outside, refusing to come in.
Does it look like the thing is going to continue to attack?
No. It looks like the human is like just standing there. Where'd you go? Why did you leave? I thought you were here to help us.
We don't help anybody. Who are you?
Well, now, Vale, that's not necessarily true.
Oh, yes, it is. It's true.
No.
Yes, it's true.
No. Give them some hope, Vale. It'll make them easier to control.
Oh, you want me to give them hope? Okay, you're going to die.
We need them.
What? Why? Why? I don't know what's going on here. Why do we need them?
I'll step all the way behind the door, and then I'll say, because they power this vessel. Their life force.
And Bale just, whatever.
There's something to shoot, Vale. Stop thinking and just shoot it when you see it.
What does it look like? Tell me what to shoot for.
Tentacles.
Tentacles. Got it.
If it's not human, shoot it.
I'm not entirely sure. I think those tentacles may be part of the ship. I think that's what they use to restrain the people to the chair. Now, of course, I don't know that for sure. So
I am so confused right now, but I just want to shoot something. So here we go.
Furbolg is going to suggest that they go back in, now that they know that there's an enemy. Is anybody going to join Furbolg in this charge?
I'll be at the doorway. Looking for stuff.
The door.
I'll point out to everybody that I didn't get attacked until I was far into the room.
Okay.
And the doorway is narrow, so we can't have like 9 people all shooting through the doorway.
That's true.
It's true.
Anyway, I guess it's time for initiative?
Yeah, Brata just kind of like strong arms her way through, and I'm standing here at the back of the room now, just kind of looking at everybody.
Oh, wow. You have some really impressive weapons. And the two in the back like, you look really strong. You could probably break these chains with your bare hands. Oh, I'm so glad you all are here.
Don't get excited there, Skippy.
Perhaps.
Are you a cat? I've never seen
Yes,
I'm
he's a cat.
I'm a tabaxi.
I've never
He's a
Thank you very
cat.
much.
Where are you from? I've never seen it.
I'm going to shoot you if you don't shut up.
Yeah, I was about to yell at that guy to stop talking too.
So, everybody in the room then, or?
I'm in the room.
No.
I'm in the
Max
room.
is like, oh hell no, I ain't going in there.
I mean, I'm ranged anyway, so
Yeah.
I'm be better from the doorway.
But we can't all stand. To Furbolg's point, we can't all stand in the doorway. So
Well, I wasn't. I was on the side of the door, so.
but yeah, I'm just inside the door. Like the door is within arm's reach. So
All right.
Do you need us to roll initiative?
I want to make sure everybody's where they're going to be before we do anything like that. So
I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna move to the side of the door. I'm guessing that's where I'm at.
Yeah, can
So I
Matches
took-
and I take aim at things from the sides where we currently are?
well, you can each step into the square, take your shot, step out of the square. I mean,
Yeah.
because you can move and attack in around, unlike previous versions where movement was
was
took
an
away
action.
from your actions. So
However, I will say that this tactic that we're going to use really cheeses the hell out of the game. But you'll see.
all right. Let's go ahead then and roll some initiatives. All right. No, I didn't want to do that. So that, and then this little roll initiative thing is very helpful. Little button that I have now on my screen. Help me roll NPC initiatives. Settings, descending. There we go. I'm going to move this over here out of the way. This over here out of the way. See if make sure I don't get it off the screen too far. I'll bring it back just a little bit so everybody at home following along can keep up with the turn order. It looks like Clark is going to go first.
Okay, just out of curiosity, I'm going to fire at one of these canisters back there since Furbolg said the tentacle was coming from that.
All right. You hit it.
For 8.
Your arrow glances, hits the round surface, and ricochets off, skittering into the back wall behind this bank of monitors here.
So it doesn't seem like it did anything.
Doesn't seem like it did any damage. It didn't pierce it or anything.
Okay, I am going to step back and just watch for now then.
All right. Brata, you will be next. And I know that we forgot Neris, so let's just say Neris is at the top of these stairs on watch to alert
Okay.
if anyone comes up near the entrance to the ship.
All right.
We'll say that Mr. Fluffers is with him.
Okay, Mr. Fluffers is with him. They are bonding.
Matches. What should I do here?
I don't actually know. My suspicion is the canisters are part of the mechanism that imprisons the fuel. However, I could be completely wrong. This is all still new to me as well.
Should I attack the canisters?
Let's not destroy them all in case we need them, right?
Brata is confused and doesn't know what to do, so
Just don't get close to the people, Brata.
yeah. So continue along in the turn order.
All right, so you're gonna hold on and wait. Very well. Next will be
Perhaps-
Vale.
So I want to know, do I see anything at all moving other than the 3 humans?
Roll your perception.
Okay. Perception. 13.
Nope. Looks like the only things you see are the humans.
All right, then I'm going to...
You're even having a hard time picking out the tentacle that Furbolg told you about.
That's, yeah. So I'm going to hold my crossbow action until I see something attack.
Okay. So if something attacks, you're going to fire at that something?
Yes,
Okay.
that is correct.
Right. Next will be, I believe that's, yep. This person right here, this human, looks and says, "But please, you're gonna help us, right?" And where is my... I think that's just the chat bubble. Yes. No, I didn't want to put it in the chat. I wanted to read it. Oh well, too late. Let's see.
Well, now you can read.
No, you can
Now
read it.
everyone can read it.
Now we
Yes.
can see it too.
Yep.
He's reading our thoughts, everyone.
Yep. Exactly.
What you'll find is that Vale is actually thinking about absolutely nothing except for possibly a crown to put on his head.
So everyone in the room can make a wisdom save.
Perfect.
Okay. So,
Oh, my bad. I'm not in the room. Never mind.
That's okay.
Yeah, you're not in the room.
All right. So I already know what what Vale's plan is. So Furbolg and Brata, I need to know what your plans are.
Well, Matches has a plan too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Brata is thoroughly confused by this situation and doesn't know what to do at all. So she currently has no plans to do anything. And the person that she's thinking about is Matches, because she trusts that Matches has a plan.
Okay.
So right now she's just kind of thinking, Matches needs to tell me what to do. I don't know what to do here.
Okay. That's good enough. And Furbolg, what are your thoughts?
That it's time to restrain the beast.
What beast?
Whatever beast is under the floorboards.
All right. They start the human there just starts tugging on their chains like, please, you're right there. Just come let me out. And that's what they're gonna do. And the one next to him goes next and is basically saying the same thing. Come on, we're not gonna hurt you. Seriously, you're acting like we're gonna attack you or something. Just put down. Come on, help us out here.
It's not you we're worried about. Shut up before I shoot you.
Well, what is there to be worried about? There's nothing here. We're just trapped.
Mhm.
All right, Matches, it's on you.
All right, well, Matches will concentrate since he made a connection with this ship before. And with the amulet, he will say, he will give a command to the ship.
Okay.
And with the intent of commanding whatever is in this room, if it's part of the ship, that its new captain is telling it to stand down. We are its new crew.
All right. Let's see. That's going to be. Okay. It's die roller. Sorry, I have to do this way. So. All right, go ahead and roll your persuasion. I should have whispered that. Oh well. I keep forgetting whisper is a thing.
All right. I'm also going to use called Flash of Genius. Let me make sure I can use that.
It's a reaction.
Yeah, flash. I was just say that's.
It says whenever me or someone makes an ability check or saving throw, use my reaction. Damn it. Okay.
Persuasion is an ability check, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
That's,
So yeah, I'll go ahead and use it.
You can use it. Yeah, you can use it.
You can also roll first and then decide to use it.
I know. I hate that.
Oh no,
Well,
cheese
you're
it
not
if you have
supposed to
to.
know in advance if your number succeeds or not.
Right. That's part of the reactionary thing.
All right, well, we'll do that. More. All right, here we go.
So now you can use your flash of genius if you think it will help your.
I doubt it will help.
I mean, is it plus 15?
No,
No.
it's plus 7.
So
No, it's not plus 7. It's mine. Oh, it's plus 3.
plus 3. Yeah, it's your.
Yeah, I was thinking level.
Yeah,
1.
and you'd have to add it to the first roll, so there's no way.
Yeah, there's no.
Yeah.
So yep, and it keeps you from having to use it. So, although it's a reaction, so I don't think there's a limit on those.
You get one reaction every round.
So yeah, per round.
But it's also limited to how many number of times per day? Int mod times per day.
I can only use it 3 times per day.
Yeah. So, all right. Matches tries to control the ship, and there is no response. There is no response. It everything stays exactly like it was. Anything else, Matches?
Well, I didn't have a long rest, so I can't resummon my cannon without spinning the spell slot. So I'm going to spin a first level spell slot to summon my Eldritch Cannon,
All right.
and that's it.
All right. You whip that cannon out and throw it on the map, man. Furbolg.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
So anyway, Furbolg, that we need some beef in this combat, so we're going to cast Conjure Animals for 2 beasts of CR less than or equal to 1. 1 on my table is a brown bear.
Oh, here we go with the bears again. More bears.
The bears.
The bears.
The bears appear. The bears will have an initiative of 9.
All right.
Which actually puts them right after matches, which makes perfect sense.
Yeah, let me resort just to make sure we'll keep them in order, and we will on
Urbold, who is going to cast a level 1 healing word on himself with his bonus action.
All right.
And I will add 7 to that for being in my unicorn totem area.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Very well. The person behind the chair is going to go next. Person sitting in the chair behind the consoles there. Starts basically begging you, please, we're not going to hurt you. Just get us out of here. And where is it? Where is it? It's down here. Hey, I clicked the right button this time.
Okay.
Furbolg, I want you to make a wisdom save.
Maybe I'll roll above a 10 for the first time today. Yeah,
indeed you did.
All right, you saved, I believe, on that one. Let's just make sure.
If your DC is above 28, we need to have a discussion.
It's not. I'm just messing with you. I love throwing that out there. No, you do save, so there is no effect. All right. They are basically just bound in the chair. Clark, what are you going to do this time? Top of the round, everybody. Top of the round. Oh,
Clark is just...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Furbo, we forgot to roll the D4 on that saving throw. So it wouldn't have mattered.
I was about to say, I don't think it'll matter.
It wouldn't have mattered, but just try to remember that and help me remember that. But, okay, go ahead. Clark?
Clark is just confused and doesn't really want to kill these people, but also doesn't want to go into the room. I'm gonna fire at the shackles holding this guy to see what happens.
Okay.
Does a 20 hit?
Yeah, you hit the shackles. 4. It actually looks like it knocks that one leg open, and they're like, oh God, yes, yeah, do that again, do it again, let me out of here, please.
I don't know.
I mean, you just did it. You just shot that one and opened it, and see.
There is a big bear direct next to him if he decides to start some shit.
There is a big bear right there. Yeah,
Well, if you free them, we'll just have to put them back in to power the ship later.
Well, we don't know that yet. I don't know that yet. I don't know how this shit works. I'm gonna fire at his other shackle.
All right.
But I'm telling you that's how it works.
Yeah,
That
well,
I'm
I
fairly
still don't
sure.
really trust you, so I'm firing at his other shackle.
All right.
Does a 19 hit?
A 19 will also hit the shackle. Sure. And another 8 damage.
Another 8 damage.
Does knock that one loose as well. And you free him. He's like, see? Oh, that was so awesome. Thank you so much. I am free. And that's all. They just kind of stand there. I'm not free. Oh my god. I don't know what to do. They just kind of ramble on. And are you going to take any other actions?
Nope.
All right, then Brata, it is up to you.
Brata is doing nothing. Brata is holding her action.
What's your trigger going to be?
If anything gets within 5 feet of me that is not my friend, I'm attacking it.
Okay. I just need to know what that trigger is, just in case it happens. All right. Vale?
So I'm guessing that Vale saw Clark take shots at the shackles on the one guy's feet.
Oh, sure. Yeah, and you hear the commotion.
And I hear the clatter of the metal hitting the floor and all that. And I was like, okay, so that just happened. And I'm assuming this other guy standing next to him is in the same state of affairs, shackled to the floor, right?
Yes.
And what's the scenario with this gal in the chair? Hands bound?
Hands and feet.
Hands and feet bound.
So, and you don't really have a clear shot at the shackles there. They can hold them up and show you, see, look, I'm bound, but you can't shoot through the consoles.
Uh-huh. I guess I don't have a clear line of sight on this guy back here either, right?
No, you would have to move.
All right.
You know.
So if I go here, would that give me a clear line of sight or no?
Oops. Move you. Measure tool. Nope.
All right. Well, then I guess I'll go here. That would give me clear line of sight. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna shoot at the shackles on that guy's feet.
Right on.
Crossbow. $22.
22 hits
5 damage.
is enough to knock the pin loose, and that one shackle is free. Oh yeah, see, it's working. They're gonna free us.
Bonus action. Shoot again.
All right.
Hello. There we go. Haha, yeah.
Nat 20. Yeah. Your arrow goes whoop, nice solid thunk, hits the pin.
With a nat 20. With a nat 20, can the crossbow bolt ricochet off the back wall and come back and hit the shackles that are holding the gal at the console? I'm guessing no.
That's a bit much. That's a bit much.
Okay,
That
fine, never
doesn't
mind.
seem physically possible.
Okay, fine.
It's a curved wall, so if it went here, and if it went to like, because if you look at your trajectory, it would
It's
here, and it
fine.
would kind of skitter along the back wall. So,
It's fine.
but it is a mighty impressive shot that you make, and
Not only did it hit the shackles, but it hit the shackles right in the keyhole.
right in the keyhole.
Yeah, that's right.
Were you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right.
That's all I got. Well, hold on. I've got it's 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna move back 5 feet. That'll complete my turn.
All right. This human. No, it's this human, the one you just freed. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Will run up and embrace you in a large and warm hug, screaming, "Thank you, thank you! Oh God, thank you!" And as it touches you, it hits you with a 26.
Okay.
I told you, don't
Oh, wait.
free them.
Let me roll that on
Ooh.
the dice roller. No, go back. Not that one. I didn't want the help button. Goober. My computer's being a goober head.
Hmm.
That is on this one. You take 20 bludgeoning damage and 10 psychic damage. Make a wisdom save.
Okay, just a minute. $18.
All right. Let me make sure that I'm reading this right. $18.
18. Which is pretty impressive. Which is pretty impressive for Vale.
As the other hand slaps you on the back. You get another. What is that? Another 20 bludgeoning and 10 psychic.
Vale's unconscious.
And Brata, this entity is now within 5 feet.
Oh yeah, here we go. So I just saw something hurt my friend.
Yes.
So
You just did 40. You just took all 40 of my hit points all at once.
Mm-hmm.
So
He loves you that much.
bonus action, rage, and then attack. Let's see here, attack 1.
Right?
All right,
That hits.
all right, and then my divine fury. All right, and then I'm gonna hit him again. All right.
That hits. 2, 11, 15.
All right, so there's my rage, my slashing, and then divine fury.
9, 15, 17, 15, 17, 34 damage. In one of your second hit, after you kind of cleave through this individual, you bring your sword down, straight down, and as it makes contact with the floor, actually, after you kind of slice right through this guy, it makes contact with the floor, and a spark jumps off, and this entity just disappears. Make a perception check real quick. Furbolg, you can make a perception check as well. 8 and 13. Who rolled what? Furbolg, you rolled the 13. Since you saw it before, I'll give it to you. You see, right as Brata's sword makes contact, and there's that spark, you see that gooey, oozy, tentacle-like thing retract from the floor and just kind of wind its way back. And if you watch it, it goes all the way back and it disappears underneath one of these 3 cylinders back here.
Okie doke.
All right. Next turn will be the other human being who is also now free, and just saw you wipe out his best friend. Wow.
Attack of opportunity from the brown bear.
Oh yeah, because it did just pass right through it. Go ahead.
Yeah. That's gonna be a claw attack.
Okay.
I got a 20 to hit him.
Okay, that will hit.
And 12 damage as he passes by the bear.
All right. Just take something real quick. You did how much? You did 34 plus 12 is 46, right?
Yep. If it matters at all, my bear attacks count as magical.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. All right. It passes right through your bear. It doesn't look phased at all. And it runs up to you, Gratas. Oh my god, you're freeing us. And it will reach out and give you a hug as well, with 2 mighty slaps upon the back. A 26 and a 26.
Yep, that hits.
So 14 bludgeoning, 5 psychic, and then 18 bludgeoning. So 32 bludgeoning and 11 psychic damage, and make a wisdom save.
Halved because she's raging.
Oh, halved, yeah, because you're raging.
The bludgeoning is halved. The psychic.
The bludgeoning is halved.
Yeah.
That's right.
So it'd be what?
16 bludgeoning and 11 psychic.
16 and 11. Okay.
Mhm.
I gotta make a note of that. All right. You said I need to make a wisdom save?
Yes, please.
All right.
Somehow everybody without a +8 to their wisdom save is rolling better than me.
Mm-hmm.
And you take 57 psychic damage.
All right. I'm out.
Additionally, just go ahead and make a note. You will have the D4 effect, the same D4 effect that Verbal has.
Now, I did want to ask you about that. Does that have to be a special heal, or any heal will get rid of that?
Roll an Arcana. See what you know about memory loss and magic.
Well, I guess I'm really asking because after that happened to me, I did use Healing Word on myself.
Yes, but nothing happened. You didn't regain any of your memories.
Okay, then I would know by experimentation that
Okay.
it won't. It's not just any old heal.
So I have a question. Did I fail that saving throw?
Yes, you did.
Okay, well I have a, because you didn't say that it was or
I'm
wasn't.
sorry.
I have an ability that lets me reroll.
Well, re-roll. Let's see if you can spring back from the dead.
I doubt it. I don't know that I'm gonna roll better than that, but it's worth a try. Nope.
Nope. In
Not-
fact, not any.
Also, not that it matters, but even if I would have used Uncanny Dodge on some of that damage, I still would be out.
Okay.
There wasn't anything for you to dodge, though.
There's bludgeoning damage.
No, not
All right.
I thought it was for a dex save only.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
not
No,
on.
you can use Uncanny Dodge for any bludgeoning damage, or bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing.
Oh, that's
Okay.
pretty cool.
I'm
Rob,
also,
go ahead.
by the way, I'm using my Relentless Endurance. Let me put that in so you can see this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at 1 hit point.
Okay. So you are at 1.
Uh-huh.
And the human looks, oh, thank God. I'm so glad you freed us. And you two can, now that this thing's right on you, go ahead and make a perception check. Since you still have 1 hit point. Nope.
Dang it.
You're kind of out of
I'm
it from
seeing
the attack.
stars.
Uh,
I'm seeing stars.
You actually don't know where you've been for the last 24 hours. You don't know how you got here. You don't even know where you are or what's happening around you. You look to your left and you see Vale laying on the floor, bleeding out.
Okay.
and it will be the brown bear's turn.
Technically, Matches has me on the Dex tiebreaker.
Okay, well then it will be Match's turn.
All right. How many are free? Just this one?
Just the one is free. The other one is still shackled.
Damn it. I said don't free them. And then I'll shoot in there. Hell you. Where's that? There it is.
All right.
23.
23 firebolt on what?
The one that's free there.
This one? Okay, the one that's
Yes.
free. All right.
And then the ballista is going to shoot too.
That hits. Holy crap.
I didn't roll 2 of those. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, it looks like a double roll. All right. So that's a total of
No, just the first.
17 and
Now I'm rolling for the ballista.
so it's 6 fire. Right?
Yep.
And then 14 force.
All right. $14 force. All right.
And then I step back. Then I step back behind the door.
All right. You blast this thing pretty solid, and it looks to have just absorbed all of the damage right into it. It doesn't look injured at all.
No.
Anything else?
Is someone looking to see where the crank is to shut this door?
Yeah, it's right there on the outside. I mean, it's basically right in front of you. The door slid to the left, right in front of you. All you gotta do is just kind of crank it, and it will close it right back. It will be the brown bear's turn.
This brown bear here would like to make a smell-based perception check to see if he can locate where this creature mass is located.
Okay.
He is a bear, so he gets advantage on smell-based perception checks.
Okay. So you got a
17.
The bear's going back and forth, looking this way at this person and looking towards the containers. Just kind of back and forth, sniffing and indicating in both directions.
All right, I will, I guess kind of like as a faux reaction for my turn, I will mention that those two things seem to be the creature, so that everybody knows. And then this frickin' bear is gonna do a claw bite.
On this guy?
Yep.
Okay.
Nope, those shouldn't have rolled with advantage. So a 13 to hit and a 22 to hit.
The 22.
All right, so that's the bite. That will be 9 piercing damage to our shackled lady.
All right, 9 piercing damage. Again, it looks like it is just absorbed. The bear chomps down really hard and tears. In fact, you may even see a little bit of yeah. You see a little bit of that green gooey material kind of fly off your bear's mouth as it rears back after the bite and shakes its head.
All right.
And it's like, I thought you were here to save us. What are you doing? Ow!
I will not dignify this with a response because I do not talk to tentacles.
It is your turn.
The bear that sniffed around will head towards the canisters because I think he's going to go knock over some trash cans.
Right on.
Okay,
Right on.
my turn. I will be bonus action healing word on Rata, because I think it's going to matter more. Rata, you will regain 13 hit points. Vale, you will regain 7 hit points. And I will also regain 7 hit points.
All right. That was your bonus action, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I actually have anything I can do with my action now that I've made everybody alive again. Doesn't seem like anything I want to do. So, I passed the turn.
All right. The lady in the chair that the bear just bit is going to attack the bear. I really love this monster. So a 23 and a... No, I'm sorry. An 8 and a 15.
8 does not hit, 15 does.
15 hits, all right.
And it looks like that 8 is a critical fail.
It is. And it was the first one. So we will resolve.
So it wipes its own memories.
Actually, as it reaches out to lunge at the bear with its hands, it spins around and reaches out to attack the bear. Those of you that are in the room that can see it, you see its arm just kind of go through the shackle, and then suddenly it disappears. Like almost immediately, as soon as its hand goes through the shackle, it disappears. And anybody that's in there can make a perception to see if they can see what happens next. Vale is blind.
Well, to be fair, Vale just is waking up from being unconscious, so...
Wow, Furbolg is on point with these perceptions. You see as the hand goes through, it's actually not the hand. The shackle around the wrist actually severs the arm from the hand. And at that precise moment, you see that green oozy tentacle whip back and slam all the way back into one of these canisters. You can't tell which one exactly because the bear and the desk are there, but you did see that happen.
Okay, well, I'll tell everybody that nobody is real and it's all the creature.
I think that's a safe assumption you would be able to make at that. And Brata, it will be your turn.
Did you skip Clark by accident?
Did I?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, you did.
Where's Clark? How did
Right above.
That's top of the
I think you
round.
just accidentally double tapped on the.
Oh, I bet I
advance.
did. Yeah. Well, go ahead. I am so sorry. Jeez.
No, it's fine.
Thanks for calling me out on that, y'all.
I guess I'll try to attack the last guy standing while also yelling that these guys need to get out of the room.
All right. You can pop in, shoot an arrow, pop out kind of thing. Is that your plan?
Pretty much.
All right.
But first I am going to bonus action fighting spirit, which will give me advantage on everything.
All right. Good thing you had advantage.
Yep. So that'll be 12 to...
That was a actual 15. Okay. Yep. Your arrow sinks into it and it just kind of absorbs right into it.
So it doesn't seem like anything's happening.
It doesn't seem like any damage actually occurred to the entity.
Well, there's nothing else to attack, so I guess I'll just keep doing that. Because otherwise my fighting spirit's wasted.
That was yep, that hits and 7 more. Okay. That.
Yeah, I'll just end my turn there.
Nice. All right. You shoot a couple arrows in it. I mean, it definitely did something, but it doesn't look like it did a lot. It just kind of absorbed the arrows. But you know you've done some damage to it. Rata, it's your turn then. This thing is right in your face. It just gave you a hug and almost killed you. Hugs aren't supposed to hurt. Brother Tom taught you that.
Well, I'm still raging, so... And then attack.
Yep.
Let me turn this on real quick. Okay. So... No, that's only on my...
Sorry,
Alright, so
thinking.
attack 1.
That will hit.
And then Divine Fury. Alright, so that's that one. And then offhand. Where's the offhand? Okay. Warhammer offhand.
14.
So the 14
does not
hit. Okay. And then second attack.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Oh.
Alright. Roll a d6. 1, 2 is you. 3, 4 is Vale. 5, 6 is non-creature effect.
Alright. I'm just checking something real quick.
Making sure you can't save yourself from that.
Yeah, I don't have anything, I don't think. I'm looking.
Uh,
Okay. Alright. Yeah. Okay, fine. So, D6, you said?
Yep. 1, 2 is you. 3, 4 is Vale. 5, 6 is a non-creature. Poor Vale.
Be all right.
Alright.
Alright.
So,
Roll low.
I rolled it.
Oh, you rolled it? Okay.
Oh, you suck. You suck so bad. Vale is unconscious again.
Damn.
Good thing you can't go into negative hit points in 5e, right?
Furbolg audibly rolls his eyes at this.
And, Brata, is there anything else? You had your attacks. You got bonus actions.
My tap.
Oh, actually, hold on. Wait. Whoa.
You could uncanny dodge.
At uncanny dodge for half. Oh,
So that gives you
3. I'm at 3 hit points.
okay.
Wait, hang on. But you're at
It's 14.
half of 14 is 7, and
No.
you're at 7.
Yes.
I was at 7. Wait, how much damage did you do?
14. 2 rage
Oh,
and
well,
12
never-
slashing.
No, I'm unconscious still. Then never mind.
What I could point out is that you actually should be having the tiebreaker advantage, but you hadn't checked the tiebreaker box for Dex to get added to your initiative. So you should be attacking before Brata.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's a 0.1, 0.4 or something.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, let's see. This person is no longer in the mission. So Vale goes down again. And this human...
You just skipped my turn. I got to make a death save now.
I thought it was the round after you went to 0.
This is the round after I went to 0.
Well, this is the turn.
This
after.
is
Go
this
ahead,
is
make
my
it.
next. This is my next turn. I got to make a death save here.
All right, go ahead. I was going to be nice. But
Okay, I made it.
okay, there you go. I was going to wait till next turn, but okay. All right. This priest, Prata and Furbolg, Furbolg, you're definitely aware of what to watch for at this point. You see, and you can point out if you'd like to, that there is a tendril coming out of the ground. It appears to be grasping a hold of Vale, and it looks as though it is wrapping itself around Vale.
Yeah, I'll call that out.
And Vale, you will, instead of a D4 going forward, the die that you will take from... Oh no, you saved your last one. That's right.
Yeah, I
You
saved.
that. So it's going to do this time. So make a wisdom save.
I can't make a wisdom save. I'm unconscious.
That's right. So instead of taking damage, which would kill you, you are going to...
If it's an attack, it's an auto hit,
Yeah.
and it's an auto crit.
Well, it's not an attack.
If it does damage, it's an auto hit and an auto crit.
It is.
Which
Unless
means
it's a
that I-
ranged attack.
Which means I fail to. I take two failures on a death save.
That is the rule.
It won't matter because unless you get a third death save before my turn, you're coming back up.
Yeah. So let
Okay.
me roll damage on Eat Memories because it's a lot.
No, that's. I mean, you roll. You only have to roll 1 point. So
That's true. So it would be that. Let's just say that. And then you will have a D4 modifier. Each time a target is memory drained beyond the first, the die size increases. So this is your first one. Yep. There we go. All right. Y'all can see the effects there of what's happening. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting a little carried away with my new friend, the Ublex.
oh yeah, we're all gonna die.
Maybe not.
No, we're all dead.
0 people are in danger of dying at the moment. So
Yeah, maybe not. I mean, maybe not.
We'll see.
And so Vale is being cocooned. Matches. It will be your turn.
All right, I'll take another shot
Oops.
at that one. Did it look like the last attack did something to it?
You notice that the next time it attacked, like with a physical attack, in fact, any of them, what looked like should have hit, didn't. It did do some damage, but it also had some kind of effect to it. The especially used fire on it last time. And if you want to roll an Arcana to see if you might know about this type of creature now that you've seen it a few rounds and seen what it's doing, go right ahead and do that before you take any actions. I won't count it as an action. Yeah, you pretty much have read about this in your studies, and you know that this thing is pretty nasty. It's called an Ublex, and they can live for thousands of years. They were actually invented by the race of the Mind Flayers. And
Was it?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say, is it like this is powering the ship?
I don't know that we can make that assumption.
At this point, you don't have enough information to tell that. But you know.
Well, I mean, I read.
that what
Remember, I
happens-
read the book.
Yeah, you know what happens.
I read the book
with
about the various helms.
Right. So you know that life jammers use the life force, right? And you know that Ublex take the life and memories of those that they capture, right? That they can assume the form, they know all the languages, they know all the skills and proficiencies and abilities of those that they eat away their minds after a while. So they will hold them and they suffer damage on a daily basis until they have no life force left. And then the Ublex consumes them in their entirety.
Yes.
So, knowing those two things, you would probably be able to put together that the Ooblex is some sort of a battery source. Maybe not the initial power, but it is what is... It is feeding the ship the energy. It itself may not be the energy force, the power source.
Yeah, but it could be connected somehow to the life jammer.
Yes, and it could be using these people that come in here and using their life force to power the ship. And perhaps it has been for hundreds of years. Therefore, the ship still has power.
Yep. I'll shoot at the one attacking Brata.
Okay. No good.
And now the Force Bliss.
Also ineffective.
All right. I'm fairly certain that this is what's powering the ship.
You are indeed.
And I'm... The chair itself is the helm interface, right?
That's, yeah. Yep, now that creature's out of the way, you definitely can see it. There are runes
was
inscribed on the floor, like around it and everything, yeah.
And its tentacles were bound to the chair. At least one of them were.
It looked more like the tentacle was the person in the chair. That's
So
kind of the way
the
Firbolg told it.
As in the tentacle was shackled to the chair, not that since it was pretending to be the person, or it was just a trick.
The shackles seemed to be an illusion because the person just passed right through it as soon as it felt like it.
Not necessarily that. It was more the other way. The tentacle was the person and was shackled. The shackles are still there.
Yeah.
But
I know.
When the space between the tentacle and the shackle was 0, and there was no space at all for it to exist anymore, it severed the tie. And as soon as the severing occurred, the tentacle withdrew.
And that's what I was afraid of. And now it is free. And it's badass. Oh, that was my turn anyway.
Okay, you're done. Okay, it'll be brown bears. Brown bear.
Well, they don't like these picnic baskets that seem to be housing tentacles. So we're going to start knocking over trash cans like a good bear does. So each of them is going to claw and bite at the cylinders.
All right. Boom, 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 boom. A bunch of hits.
Did everything hit?
Yep, everything hits. They're just metal
Well,
containers.
Well, hey, you never know. Maybe they're really dexterous metal containers.
Nope.
All right, so that is 15 piercing damage and 22 slashing damage, and again, it's all magical.
Right. So your bears just go to town on these containers, tearing into them, in which you think they should just be able to shear them right open like a tin can. When they're done, there's no damage to them at all. There's kind of claw marks on them, but they're not damaged. The air fills with the smell of sulfur in the room.
Who farted?
I was hoping somebody
Vale.
would make that comment. Yeah, it's
Vale
his
Vale
death
did because I'm
gases.
dying.
It's the gases coming out of Vale because he's dying.
Okay. Well, that's the brown bears' turn. They don't see a good reason. I don't see a good reason to stop them from just going to town on these cylinders. So
Go for it. All right, Firbolg.
Okay, so I am going to. Oh, I actually have to look up the spell casting rules for a second because does anybody know off the top of their head if I can cast a leveled bonus action spell with a cantrip action spell? Or is it
No, your bonus
one
actions
to be a
have. Yeah, the
cantrip?
bonus action has to be the cantrip.
Okay, well then.
That actually came up in another stream I was watching the other day.
Yeah, I knew that it worked the one way. I didn't know if it worked the other way too. Okay.
Nope.
So I am going to cast Healing Word on the cat. And because I'm feeling generous, leave an upcast at 1.
Ooh, fancy.
So you will regain 19 hit points.
Whew.
Rata will regain 7 hit points, and I'll regain 7 hit points.
Oops, just bumped my microphone. Oops.
Oh, I hate it when I do that.
Me too.
All right. So Vale
Okay.
is alive again.
Conscious again.
He's on the yo-yo. You come
And
to.
I'm gonna
Go ahead.
the room. I'm gonna squeeze past what's his face, Clark, and hang out here for a bit.
All right. Vale, you come to and you notice this tentacle has wrapped around you. You have no idea how you got in the position you're in. You don't remember the last day, and
Correct.
all that good jazz. So Clark, it will be your turn.
So it's 8 o'clock. Do we want to go ahead and take a break now since it's top of the round?
We can take a break now if y'all want to.
Do you think this is going to be over sooner than later?
I think you're really close to finishing this phase of this, and then we could take a break. I mean, probably this round if y'all are smart on it, and I think you will be. I think you figured it out.
I know what Vale's gonna do. Maybe.
So,
I'd like to ask a question real fast, just for
Sure,
pointer
sure.
information. When it was freed from the helm, did with Match's connection to the ship and the amulet, did you feel like the ship lost power?
no.
All right. Cool.
All right. So, yeah, I think we can get through this round. I think y'all are yeah, y'all are really close.
Okay, I mean, there's not much that Clark can do right now, and it didn't seem like his arrows were doing anything, but I'll go ahead and take my 2 shots at him. Well, one of them's a crit fail.
Yep, roll that d6, and it will be
Damn it.
Vale, Brata, or nothing.
God damn it.
Same 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 5. Your arrow goes down. Just basically
You're welcome,
goes
Vale.
straight out and goes
Oh.
right down into the hole of the mesh of the floor and into the bottom of the ship down. There's nothing.
Does the 19 hit the guy, though?
Yes, the 19 does hit. 3 more. Okay. 3 more. All right. Still there. It does absorb. Looks like it did something, but just not a lot. It will be. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
Nope.
All right.
Still think everybody needs to get out of the room, though.
She said, get out of the room. Get out of the room.
I'm tethered to the floor. Give me a minute.
Brata, it is your turn.
All right. Well, Brata doesn't remember what happened. Brata just knows that something is hurting her. So she's going to attack it.
All right.
Um,
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
all right.
And remember, you're at a minus D1D4.
Okay. Does a 14 hit?
Oh, roll the d4, and that's what you subtract.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that would
Okay,
be
does a 15 hit? Yeah. Does a 15 hit?
No, it does not.
Okay. Then Warhammer offhand.
That does not hit.
That's not gonna hit. And then second attack.
That will hit, even with a minus d4. Even if you roll a 4, that will still hit. So no need to.
Okay. And then Divine Fury.
14.
All right. Yeah.
You cleave this one as well, and manage to do the same thing. You find that sweet spot right where the tentacle comes up, and you sever the tentacle from this thing, and it retracts. In fact, it even lets go of the veil. There's a little bit of ooze that spreads across the mesh, and it sinks through the mesh floor. And as that happens, we will take a break, and then we'll come back and get on with the next part. I knew y'all were really close, that's why I wanted to wait. There wasn't much damage left, so I wanted to take that minute. What do y'all want? It's 10 after.
Do 10 minutes.
We do 10 minutes, so it's 11. I just hit 11 after. So we'll be back at 21 to 22 after, and we'll figure out what happens next. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back. And we are back. We had to take a little break in the midst of combat here, but we are back, folks, as our party is battling what Matches has learned and probably shared with everyone, hopefully by this point, that this is an Ublex. They are a pretty nasty little creature, so welcome to real combat of D&D 5e. They're very difficult monsters indeed. We had just finished. You had just dissipated the last tentacle that was there, correct?
That's correct.
And at that moment, when that last tentacle is withdrawn away from everything, you hear a voice. Sounds kind of familiar, coming from behind the cylinders. And it says, well, well, well. It appears that you are more clever than you first appeared. You've managed to figure it out. Well done. Defeat the tendrils. Face the monster. The common approach I've seen thousands of times, if not more. I can honestly count the times. And about this time, you see a tendril come from behind the 3 containers. It moves out, and at first it's just the face. It's the face of a mind flayer. It looks familiar to you. In fact, it looks like the one that was in the... No, it couldn't be. The one that was in the chamber? Just 2 decks above? Could it really be that this creature had tapped into that mind flayer, its own creator, and sucked its life force dry? Well, you think it's hard to believe, but it very well could be the truth. About this time, the tendril expands, the mind flayer's body appears beneath its head. He says, I know what you want. Oh, I know what you want. More than anything. You want this ship. You want this ship, and you want to fly it away from this place.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope. He doesn't speak for us.
There are ways.
Neither do you.
There are ways to accomplish this goal. At least one of you has. So I've seen your thoughts. I've heard them echoing. It's simple, really. Just feed me. Feed me, and I will be your power source. I can keep this ship alive for eons. I've already done it for a millennia. My creator.
As in give you.
Go ahead.
As in give you the life force of our enemies.
Or your own. I care not where the force of life comes. But I must have it.
Well then,
It
wouldn't be a good. It wouldn't be a good bargain if we gave you our own.
I suppose that depends on who you ask. It chuckles.
How long can you survive off of one humanoid?
Well, it depends on the humanoid creature. I have survived years and days. Just depends on how strong they are. Your friend there would have kept me alive for years.
So a couple of
Referring
gnomes.
to?
He's referring to Vale as he kind of looks at Vale. So please, come in. Let us talk. I promise not to attack you.
I'm going to pop over to Matches real quick. And I'm just going to say, listen, you give somebody a couple handfuls of good berries and they could power this ship for like weeks.
It's true, but still need to get this thing either off or appeased somehow.
I guess the question is, do you think that it can hear us if we go like all the way over into the corner of the ship?
Probably so.
Yeah, that seems like a thing it could do. Well,
So what assurance do we have that as long as we feed you, you will be loyal to us?
What assurances would you require? I mean, after all, I'm just doing what I do. I was created to power this ship. I was created to take life and transfer it into energy for the ship. That is my only purpose. You could leave me now empty to starve to death, and this ship would be useless to anyone. Or we can join forces, power this ship
All right,
once
so-
again, and rule the skies as we did millennia ago.
while this monologuing is going on, I'm passing out good berries. I've already healed everybody up and marked off on my sheet.
Okay.
All right, so I, as a player, I don't want to overstep my knowledge here.
Right. I know you know a lot about Spelljammer tech and whatnot.
But so in that book you gave me with the different helms and stuff, would it be safe to say that Matches understands the various helms, or
But yeah,
you want
Yeah,
to take
absolutely.
Okay. So then he'll ask, do you power this ship similar to the pool helm, with the elder brains attached to it? It's a combination of a life jammer, pool helm. I'm at a loss.
Yes, I was a hybrid model, one of a kind, actually, a very unique ship that was built that does just that. We're looking for a lighter, smaller way to move elder brains. My creators made me to do just that. I act as a battery source. I act as the transfer switch between the life force and the helm. It's much more efficient than just the pool helm or just the life jamming helm. For I can store energy and then use it as needed, where those just draw energy all the time.
Oh, look at everybody else on.
How much would it require for you to get this ship out from under the cave that it's in?
Where do you want to go?
I just want the ship to be above ground. How much power would that take?
Not
Measured in cat lives.
I give Furbolg the evilest look I could possibly give him.
He's only
Yeah,
given
I
us
think-
one unit of measurement so far, and it's one cat live.
That's true.
Well,
he has only
yeah.
given you that measurement.
We do have an abundant supply of gnomes above us.
I thought the gnomes left.
They're probably in the process of leaving at the very least.
Yeah, I mean it's only been like one night.
Yeah, they packed up that day and started heading out. I mean, they're not far.
They've got short legs, so they can't get far.
I mean, depends how deep we are.
I mean, we would know how deep we are,
two.
so.
Yeah,
Do you need me to go grab a gnome?
a full life or two would probably manage. Oh, if you had a Githyanki, that would make it even better. Those
We're
are
not
giving
you a Githyanki.
delicious. What do you
We're
mean?
not giving you that.
You're not
I'm
kidding
gonna
me.
smack Brata like in the mouth as she goes to answer that question,
Like
because
covering her mouth up?
I do not want the ship to know that we have Gith if it doesn't already know.
It hasn't seen one, so it doesn't know. That's why it's.
So I'm going to point at my bears and I'm going to say, how about those?
He looks at them and. Yes, I think those would do just nicely. Strong. What size are they, though? They're large,
They're
right?
large.
Believe it's medium or smaller. Hold on, let me look.
What an inconvenient system.
Yep, it is a medium or smaller creature. To use the eat memories function. I believe it's one
Bro,
creature.
what?
Hold on, wait. That might be wrong. Hold on. Nope, that's a different attack. That is, yeah, that's the sulfurous impersonation is a medium or smaller. So yes, he actually could use that. Yes, they would do quite nicely actually. Very delicious. Strong.
Well, for right now, I'm going to back the bears out to the corners since they're a bargaining chip now.
And as you do that, the lids of all three of the containers start to rattle, and they pop open, and out plops this big oozy blob with the humanoid mind flayer body in front of it. And it's just this ooze and goop, which it's kind of hard to believe it would actually stay on the mesh floor, but it does. It wraps around it and moves as if it were just kind of flowing through the floor. And it stands and goes, so you would like this ship to be from underground. You will feed me, keep me safe, and in return I shall not eat you. Was that the agreement?
Yes, part of that agreement was also the assurances of your loyalty.
Loyalty is just that. I won't turn against you. That is my word. In fact, here.
Insight check.
Here. Okay, you can go ahead and do an insight now.
This is going to fail miserably.
Yeah, I'm inciting everything this thing is promising us.
No, it's better than I thought it was going to be.
How about me?
I don't think it's lying. It would have a good deal.
It would, but still.
No, it seems completely legit. I believe it. And it says, in fact, as a token of my loyalty, as you call it, I would be willing to return to the two that I have taken these memories from. I will return their memories to them now.
Yay!
Should this agreement be acceptable, I can return their memories.
What is your
I think
loyalty to the other Illithid?
What Illithid? They're all dead.
If an Illithid were to appear, would you be loyal to it or us?
I am loyal to the one who feeds me.
Insight check. Well, I think I just believe whatever he says at this point.
Yeah, you believe him wholeheartedly.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it showing the whisper rolls on the chat? That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, roll 20. Anyway.
Roll 20.
Not that I would lie about what I roll, but, you know. Sometimes you want things to be mysterious, roll 20. Anyway. So we have a deal, and you can see the tentacles on the mind flayer face are kind of growing longer and reaching out.
Oh, I believe that those terms are amicable.
I would agree. I don't seem to think that it's lying to us.
I look at Clark. You don't trust me. Do you trust this?
Absolutely not. But majority rules. I'm not willing to sacrifice gnomes who've done nothing to us, to this thing.
No, we need to maintain the friendship with the gnomes. These two bears should power the ship for a while.
Yeah, let's see. They have
They're a combined 84 hit points.
let's see. So if we use the Life Jammer helm, and your thought, go ahead and you can roll a Furbolg. You could roll a Arcana or Nature. Actually, roll a Nature on your idea about the the idea about the good berries. Seems like that might actually hold some salt.
Just got to keep them alive and strapped in.
Basically, where is it? I know it says like how many life points it takes a day operating. Spelljammer helm.
I think it says 1D. I think it's 1D12 per day. Yeah.
Okay, you're looking at it? Okay, so it's 1d12 per day.
Its hit points maximum is reduced by 1d12 per day.
Yep. So I tell you what, we'll roll that right now, that 1d12. I'll roll it, or you can, or let's see. What was that? 15?
You can roll it.
You can roll it.
And it will be reduced by, oh wow, 2 hit points a day, each one of them. So you have 42 days of power.
Now,
do
can
those
this thing
bears
operate like a battery? Because the summons only last for a concentration time of an hour.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So
if it can act as a battery, then it can have 21 days stored up, or 42 days stored up.
it's going to have to suck their life force dry to get you out of the hole.
Okay.
So, which will be close to the end of your conjure anyway.
All right. Well, I'm willing to at least bring this thing above ground. I've played enough RPGs to know that you always take the airship when it's offered.
Absolutely.
All right. Suddenly, Vale and Brata, you're hit with a flood of memories from the past day. And you see everything that happened. Brata, you see your sword cleaving through Vale. It's all playing in reverse. And then Vale goes down and then pops back up and goes down again. You see these tentacles and tendrils of beasts. You see everything that happened for the last 24 hours. Vale, same thing. You see Brata's sword coming at you and slashing through you in blackness, and then suddenly you're awake again.
Putting 2 and 2 together, I level my crossbow immediately at the thing standing across the room from me and said, "You killed me twice."
The bears move slightly.
To be fair, you tried to kill me first.
I was trying to set free 2 people that I thought needed to be set free. I didn't even know you were here, to be fair.
Well, actually, I did warn you.
I don't want to hear it.
I said, no one go into the room. People went into the room. I said, don't free them. People freed them.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, I'm just saying. let's
Clark
get
did
the
it
record
first.
straight.
Anyway, so
And
let's have a little powwow out in this room, I think.
And in the meantime, he says, "Let me refill my stores here, and I will see you soon."
Mm-hmm.
So before we like let him do the sucky, we should perhaps take a quick hand vote.
Sucky.
Really, the brain
Why
suck.
Why would you say
Yeah.
it like that?
The brain suck, man.
So let's take a quick hand vote here as to who thinks that we should leave the ship buried. And just go ahead and raise your hand on cam for simplicity. If you think this ship should stay buried. Well, since nobody wants the ship to stay buried,
Well, Vale has his hand up. You might not be able to see it on the stream. You need to move a
He's
little closer to your
aware.
face.
I'm aware. I'm slowly warming back up to Vale. I did in fact make him stay alive multiple times today.
That's only because
warming
you'd
up,
have
too.
felt. That's only because you would have felt guilty if you'd have let me die.
Not gonna lie, not particularly. All right, so I guess we'll tell him to go ahead and charge up the batteries off the bears, and let's raise the ship.
Need I?
Do I still like control the ship with this emerald thing? Like he just powers it.
Yeah.
He does the power and I do the flying. Okay.
If you wanna
Need
do that,
I?
go ahead.
Need I remind everyone in this party that there is actually a mind flayer looking for this fucking ship? And if it goes
He's
above
looking
ground, what stops him from finding it?
He's looking for a
What?
ship.
Why is
He's
why
looking-
is he looking? But why is he looking for this ship?
And why would he be looking right here in the gnome forest?
In case you don't remember this, he attacked us on the sea and wasn't there.
He was there.
No, he wasn't.
Our arrow hit something. Something was there.
Wasn't. Clark, you flew up there. You said there was nothing there.
Yes and no. I mean, my arrow did hit something, but
As did mine. But there was nothing there. Anyway, you guys do what you want. Because it's not okay when I do what I want, but it's definitely okay when you guys do what you want. So go for it.
When all four of
I'm
us
along
agree,
for the ride.
When all four of us agree, that's how being in a group works.
Mm.
One person is not the group. 4
Mhm.
people are a hell of a lot of the group, though.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'll raise the ship.
This is gonna fail. This is going to be a monumental failure, but go for it.
probably for once I actually agree with you, Vale, but whatever.
All right. With some tension and disagreement in the party. you
Mhm.
you go
Starts
back
raising
to
the
the Ublex and give him the green light, the thumbs up, whatever.
Mm.
All right. And with that, he feeds on the bears. He draws all of their life force away from them. They vanish before your eyes into just blobs of goo. And then they are absorbed into the Ublex. Matches all of, and everyone else, you all see all of the lights come on very bright. The hum that you heard earlier is louder. The ship begins to vibrate gently at first, and you hear the rocks starting to crumble. There's a bright crack, a flash of light, and suddenly you are above ground. It's about mid-morning. You're high above the clouds, looking down over the gnomish village. You can see Karnengother from here. You're so far in the sky. Clark, you for once feel at home this high in the clouds. Your mind is at ease. You kind of like this. Matches you're clutching this device and it is just glowing, radiating in your hands. You're also on the main deck.
For matches, like the biggest needle tooth wicked smile that he's ever had in his life, just like, and he's like
does Vale notice the big shit-eating grin on Match's face?
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm
sure everybody does.
It's so big. Okay. It's so big, people down on the ground can see it.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think this is an insight check situation.
And you now have an airship. And you have some choices to make on where you would like to go next.
Well, where were we headed?
You were headed here.
Well, we were.
Yep, we've accomplished the goal here, so.
We
went back to the world map to see. We were just kind of going along the path of places that had been attacked or were allies that hadn't been attacked.
Correct.
Yes.
I can bring you back to the world map real quick.
Please.
For folks at home, we're in the chatting window, so give me just a second. I can bring us back there. Go ahead and close out.
Big maps. The big map's the one that I marked.
Oh, is it the big map? Okay.
The big one, yeah.
All right, that's down here. That one.
Yes, that one.
Okay, so we're in the Londa Vale, and so the nearest place that we said we were going to go check out was the Forda Woods.
Mm-hmm.
Then the logical thing to do would be to go to the Bastion of Axjax, the Dire, and from there we get a little bit of a choice. But those would be our next two obvious stops.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
unless we want to go across the sea to the head honcho, wherever he was. I can't remember exactly where he was.
Mountains of Dawn? Is that him?
Wasn't it Castel, the city? I don't remember.
Yeah, it's way up there.
Castal, the city of eternal glory.
Yes.
Way up
Oh. Yeah, that's like our ultimate. Well, depending on which group of enemies we're talking about, that should be the Sacred Grove head honcho there.
Yeah, what other enemies do we have right now?
I mean, if we're on the ship, we probably have to consider the Mind Flayers as at least being a possibility to attack. And technically, the Fleshmen are out there somewhere. Not that they would have any specific interest in us, seemingly. But they are what we would call a hostile faction.
There is also the option to go back to Karnengother if you wanted to and check in, whatever there. You also, remember, had paid to have your ship, you paid Will Whitesell to have your ship taken back from Troutberg.
We should potentially pick up the GIF. Although, we should test the limits of that Oblex's psychic range.
Speaking of Gith, on the ground beneath you is Neris and Mr. Fluffers. They were on the ground at the top of the staircase. They were not on the ship with you when you apparently did some kind of teleportation maneuver.
Oh, I say we landed the ship.
I'd like to also point out that there was a lot of space to carry troops in this vessel as well.
Yeah, we just don't want to put the GIF somewhere where where the Oblex could detect them. He seems to want to eat Gith.
I mean, if we could keep him sealed in that room, I don't think it would be an issue.
Fair enough.
Yes, I don't know. Neris was on the ship earlier after it powered up, and the Obelix didn't know that Neris was on the ship before, so.
Yeah, so obviously
did
it's in the range. Maybe it is just inside that room. Well, how about we land the ship, pick up our people, and we should probably check the batteries before we try to take this thing somewhere.
All right.
Yes, we're definitely going to need fuel.
I mean,
So while
it's
we're-
got 42 days worth of fuel, so or no, it doesn't. Never mind.
It used a lot to teleport us out. Was
Yep.
the thing. So I guess since we're not in imminent detection of the Oblex, Furbolg's going to point out that we probably don't have a lot of power left. But not only that, if we decide that this is a bad idea, we can abandon the ship here and it can't come after us. Or the Oblex is out of power, and if we were to decide that it is too strong to leave alive, we can rest, come back, and attack it. So we have a lot of options that aren't take the ship, even though we have brought the ship up.
I don't even know why you would want to consider not taking the ship. This is an excellent weapon of war that we could use.
Why wouldn't we take the ship?
Exactly.
Hello, mind flayers looking for the ship.
They're going to attack us regardless. At least this way we have a war machine on our side.
That
Absolutely.
thing down there was created by mind flayers. He said that his loyalty is with whoever feeds it. You know there's a psychic connection between the mind flayer and this guy already. All they've got to do is say, we'll start feeding you again. Give us the ship back.
So we leave it, the mind flayers find it, and they take it anyway.
Yeah,
Also-
well, that's why I wanted to leave it underground, because they hadn't found it down there.
If the Oblex can't connect with us psychically outside of the room when the door is closed, I don't see how it's going to connect to a mind flayer.
Do you know
room
that
is
it can't do
obviously
that?
shielded.
Do you know that it
Yes.
can't do that?
The door and the heavy materials that it's made out of might actually point to that as well, be evidence of that.
We do have a book on spelljammer ships, apparently.
Mm-hmm. And
So-
you can look that up if you want, and it actually yes, the and somebody rolled really well on their knowledge of Oblex earlier as well. So what you would know is that ship, the wall in the helm room, is about a foot thick, solid metal, and you know that anything over about 2 inches of lead, solid metal lead, the Oblex's psychic powers cannot reach outside of that. And it's also, you know, from the ship design and the book on the spell jamming ships, that the helms are the most psychically protected area of the ship to prevent the Githyanki and Githzaki that had psychic attacks as well, and other psychic attacks, from actually being able to penetrate the helm and take control of the ship.
So it really is a defensible room, is
Yes.
like I thought
Yeah.
originally.
Absolutely. Yep. Now that you have all that knowledge of the book and the Oblex and all that, yes, that is a defensible room that, unless those outer hull walls or that inner bulkhead is breached or that door is left open, there's nothing getting in or out of that room psychically.
So at that point, the only way for a mind flayer to convince the Oblex to screw us over is for a mind flayer to have gotten onto our ship and into that room. At which point, we're probably already in much bigger trouble than we would be if they took over the ship.
Exactly.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
If it came down to needing to kill it, do we know if there's a way to power the ship without the All Blacks?
That would take some time studying the book, and at first glance, it looks like you would have to find another helm, another type of helm. The helm is the power, is the power source, and there are several different types of helms.
Yes, this helm was a unique helm.
It was
Custom
crafted
job.
just for this ship, and you know that this ship was built for a high-ranking mind flayer, maybe one of the right hand to the Elder Brain.
Let's go even simpler for a second. Do we know how to kill an Oblex? Like, do we know its weaknesses or how to attack it in such a way that would, rather than randomly shooting at things until it's like, okay, hey, I'll talk, we could just be like, go in surgical precision and like just kill it.
Well, you do know that the firebolt that matches used against it early in the combat limited its ability to attack.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I've got plenty of fire, so
Fire we don't have a shortage of.
if we needed to scuttle the ship, I think we could.
Yes.
I eat a shit ton of good berries and cast fireball in the room. Kaboom, you know. Yeah, so that's what you know, and that's where you are. So where are we going? Let's take our ship for a flight, shall we?
Where do we want to go?
Did you wanted to land and pick up your compadres, right?
Wanted to
Definitely.
get our army.
Well, so I think where was Will supposed to? Was Will supposed to take the ship back to Karnengother? Or did we have another
Mhm.
He
pickup?
was supposed to meet us over here somewhere with it. Because we had the two separate ships. One of them we left in Karnengother, and the other one was supposed to come meet us over here.
Yep, that is
Yeah,
correct.
so that's where we'll get our army. We'll get our army there, and probably for the time it'll take them to sail around versus the time it'll take us to fly, we should probably stop at Florida Woods before we go pick up the army.
Might as well. It's on the way.
Do we know how much flight we have the power for right now?
Imagine we're going to need some more fuel really soon because those bears will. The summoning spell will end on those bears, right?
Yeah. Well, not gonna lie, Furbolg still feels pretty damn invincible because he got like psychically super slapped, and he was like, "Okay, cool. I'm just gonna keep walking, no problem." So Furbolg will volunteer to power us to Florida Woods if somebody needs to volunteer.
Okay. I'm going to throw something in the Discord for you all. Wow, I missed a lot in the Discord, didn't I?
Uh-huh.
Sorry if anything was particularly fooling me. This is about
Nope.
life jammers and batteries, helm batteries, that I'm putting in the Discord for you. This is what you would know from the book. It's actually, I don't think, in the book that I gave you, Jesse, the link I gave you. But this is how it works. Like, you also you didn't explore, or you never located the cargo hold of this ship. So
Well, now we have a decent opportunity to explore the ship while we're traveling.
go ahead and Jesse, do you have vehicle use? The vehicle skill?
Yeah.
Does anyone have the vehicle flying skill?
Well,
That's
there's not a vehicle.
not even
flying
a.
skill
That's
that we
not
can
even a thing in
add.
5e. So
Well, vehicle skill. There is a. I think
Yeah,
there's a-
land
Well,
vehicle
just
is a
you-
thing, but I don't know.
Just use the amulet, right, to tell it to go, right?
Yeah, but you'll have to use your.
I thought
mental
I thought that was based on wisdom. Yeah.
Yep, you'll have to use your wisdom. So that's what I was gonna give you your vehicle. But if you don't have vehicle, then use your wisdom. This is the first time you've ever actually flown and landed, so you will be at disadvantage.
Oh, geez.
Coming in hot, baby.
I will
Well,
provide
then I will
help to
definitely
him.
use. Yeah, and I'm definitely going to use Flash of Genius.
Well, let's see what the roll is first, because I'll give you advantage, and maybe you get a nat 20 anyway.
Maybe.
So he's at disadvantage. You're given advantage, so it's a straight roll.
Correct.
Yeah. I'll help, use my wisdom to help guide, point out where you could land.
Oh, you're gonna need that
Ooh.
flash of genius.
I
You're
don't.
coming in too hot. The ground is coming up very, very fast.
See, I told you this was a bad idea. I said it was a bad idea. I knew it was a bad idea.
Firbolg's gonna survive.
Furbolg just starts walking around handing everybody good berries. Here, just in case.
Firbolg is like stand directly on the bow, even just like facing his fate.
Bad idea. Bad idea.
He's only going to give it a +3, so.
Oh, it's
Oh yeah, it failed. Yeah, it
Okay.
failed.
I think how much it fails by is important now.
So it fails by the max roll is an 8. So-
Lindsay or Brata, can you make a dexterity saving throw for Neris?
Well, hold on. Yeah, I can. Need to pull up a sheet.
If you don't mind.
And does Fluffers need one too?
And Mr. Fluffers will need one as well.
What about those of us on the ship? Do we need dexterity saving throws as well?
You will. What? Man, there's a lot of lag tonight. Uh-oh.
Fluffers definitely fails that dex save.
Fluffers is dead. Yay, we lost a dog.
I'm looking for this particular ship. I think I might have closed the tab.
I've got it open. What do you need?
I was looking for the ship's stat block. Is it in that book? It could be the Nautilus.
Yes. It doesn't. In this book, it doesn't have a stat block, but I mean, it's got a. Like what specifically?
I
are you
need a
looking-
strength modifier for it.
Oh.
Look at the crashing the ship rules. Crashing a ship, crash damage table.
All right, it has a strength of 16.
Strength of 16, so the DC is 10 plus the ship's strength modifier. So that would be 26 would be the DC for a creature struck by the ship must make a dexterity saving throw equal to DC equal to 10 plus the ship's strength modifier. 16 would be 2, right? 3? 2.
3.
3.
It's
Yeah.
3.
So 13. So Fluffers fails, Neris saves. And this is a medium-sized ship, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a D10. Yay, more rules for me to keep up with.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. So it's going to be only three damage. As the ship hits the ground really hard. You imagine that the impact is caused by the fact that it's missing quite a bit of the interior hull, and the impact is caused. It is by the fact not exactly as stable as you would like it to be flying. So it hits the ground. Everybody on the ground takes 3 damage. Everybody on the ship can make a dexterity save to see if they stay on board or not. That's a save.
Cat-like reflexes. Cat-like reflexes.
All right, so Furbolg and Matches, you are both thrown from the deck of the ship and also take 3 bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground.
I just look at both of them and I just kind of smirk. See? Told you. Bad idea.
Firbolg just stands right back up, doesn't even act like he fell.
Meant
Just
to do
like-
that.
Does one of those, nobody saw that.
Oh, you mean he acts like a cat?
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean he acts like the baddest motherfucker around.
Yes,
All
it
right.
appears that the structural damage that was done to the ship has made it only slightly difficult to control. But
Yeah, that's what we'll blame it on. Sure.
Anyway, good berries all around. Everybody took damage.
All right, and there's a pretty good ding in the bow, the hull of the bow, and but the ship is still humming and the lights are still blinking. So
that I can fix. I can fix all that.
all right, you all load up, and where you said you're going to go to the Florida Woods, or you're going to meet your ship. There was some back and forth. I wasn't sure exactly where.
Yeah, Florida Woods first on the way to the ship. Yeah.
All right.
That was the plan.
All right. Fantastic.
All right, the ones with. Wait a minute, but the ones with the line crossed out of them on our hit list. I don't remember how that was working, but
The
you
ones with
marked on the map already, right?
We're on the big map. Yeah.
Okay.
The crosses on the actual document hit list, those are dead people.
All right. But you've already marked them on the map. As far as
I
what's
marked
closer.
each individual location, dead person or not. Right, because we either need to see who's in charge now and rally them, or we need to visit the person who is still alive.
Correct.
Okay, so real fast ruling. Can I help power the ship and still take long rests without crashing the ship because I'm not in the Oblex room at the time? Can it hold 8 hours worth of charge?
It doesn't say you can't get out of it. It just says it requires a D12 worth of hit points per day.
Yeah. So, but you lose that as your maximum available hit points per day. So.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's not just you're not
your
just
life
losing.
force goes away and you die. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, you're not just losing hit points. You're losing maximum hit points.
Okay, well that was not explained to me prior to this second.
I thought that we had that conversation. Maybe
I mean,
it wasn't quite.
did you?
It sounded like it was just regular old damage.
Did you really
maximum.
think it was going to be that easy to cheese a fucking ship?
When you have an infinite supply of healing, sure.
Now, I guess if you had a greater restoration or a heal spell that you could cast daily, that would restore your maximum hit points. Greater restoration does. So does heal, the big one, not heal wounds, not healing word, but the big heal. Both of those can restore your maximum hit points. So if you got to that point, as far as rules go, I think you could do that. But I don't think you're there quite yet, are you?
No.
But
Not
do you know
unless
where
you want to level us up a couple of times.
So you
Can
pick
we
up your-
see the gnome?
Can you see
Can
the
we
gnomes?
see the gnome caravan?
Oh,
Yeah, from up
absolutely.
here.
Yeah, you can totally see it from up here.
They've only made it 30 feet, so
Well, they
Imagine
only
it's
have
like-
30 feet between all 15 of them.
right.
So, no, they're not far away. They're about half a day's journey. There's a big dust cloud. I mean, their wagons are bigger than they are, kind of thing.
Yes, I'm not suggesting we have to let the poor things die, but
I think I know where Matches is going with this. I kind of like it.
not to mention we'll get them to their destination faster. So
How
Really
are we going to
wouldn't be
get them to
doing
the
that.
destination faster? They're not going the same way we're going.
yeah, but I'm sure it's a treacherous trip where they're going, right? Wouldn't they not be safer here? At least a handful of them? 2, 3?
This is great.
Yeah, I can see that. Sure.
I say we just get 2 or 3.
Sorry,
For
it
the
was a
glory
coin
of
toss.
the
I
cause.
gotta go with the coin toss.
It's for the glory of the treaty.
Insight check.
You're gonna insight check matches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is gonna fail miserably again, but we're gonna try it. Insight. Where's my insight? There it is. No, yeah, sure. Sounds great.
Okay.
Again, I'm not saying we got to let them die.
But they are going to die. You do know this, right? They are going
Not
to die.
necessarily. We rotate them out.
They're gnomes. Eventually, they're going to die.
We rotate them in and out. You see, the first.
Not that I have a
24
problem
hours,
with
this
that,
one.
but kind of surprised that you have absolutely zero problem with that.
I despise gnomes.
Well, I mean, I'm not big fans of them either, but of course, these are the first gnomes that I've ever really met, so
Oh, trust me. Terrible little things.
Clark, yeah, you know me. You've got to be not okay with this, right?
Well, I'm not. No.
Were
Holding
you-
a race against their will, make enemies of an entire race of gnomes who are in this to help us? No, I'm not okay with this at all.
They're supposed to be part of the treaty, and yet you want to use them as fuel to power the ship for the glory of the treaty.
Doesn't
I
really
might
sound
not
like
be
he
a-
cares about the treaty.
I may not be a really, really wise person, but I am kind of smart. That
I'm
doesn't
just
sound
saying
right.
the option is there. We don't have to take it. We can find
Rata?
something else down there.
Yeah.
Burbolg?
How do I know roughly what the airspeed of this thing is?
Matches
Like,
would know that. It would be in the book.
Like, how
Like,
long would
is
it take
Florida
us?
Woods like 1 day away, or is it like?
Florida
what
Woods,
did we
from
say
where
it
we
was?
are, is
Times 10, right? Is what we said on this map. So it's a 100-mile journey.
is that what we said?
Or is it?
There's no way.
No.
No,
I thought it
times
was-
4. It was times 4.
I don't know that you ever told us that number.
Yeah.
Maybe you did, but I don't
Because
know.
I remember,
don't
it only
that.
took you guys 4 days to get from Karnengoth, well, it took you 2 days because you took a boat ride to Troutberg, which was
Yep.
a day, and then it took you
Mhm.
a day to travel. So yeah, or 2 days to travel there. That's right. So it was times 4.
Okay, sure.
So it's
It depends.
40
The
miles.
speed depends on the hit die of the creature.
Correct.
It could go in the air. 100 miles per hour.
Per day, I think. Maximum.
So it would take us a little less than a day to get there then.
I don't know. It said maximum. It says maximum speed in miles per hour equal to the trapped creature's total hit dice. Oh, divided by 2, up to a maximum of 10. However, that's going through water. In the air speed, it moves 10 times faster.
Because there's
So it'd
less
take-
we got it.
For where
So
we're
we got
at,
it
we could
to-
be there in less than a day.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
could
we
be
got
there.
it to maximum.
Yeah, you could be there by the end of the day, like by sundown. It's about midday now.
What are we gonna do? What do we need?
Well, yeah, technically it's had its D12. I mean, 1D12 for today, right? So
Mhm. Yeah, the Bears, and it's still up and floating. I mean,
Right, but didn't we say that it used a lot more because it had to get us out above ground?
yep. But you gave it
Dose
We-
bear.
It's sent-
42. You gave it 40.
42
84
days.
We gave it 84 hit points, which was
Right. 42 days, we said.
42 days worth, and it probably used, let's say it used 7 days of that. So it used
Well, then let's go.
like a week.
Oh yeah, we're good for like a year.
Yeah, we're good for a while. Let's go.
Yeah.
We don't need the gnomes. Let the gnomes go. I mean, like I said, I'm not a big fan of gnomes. I don't know very many of them, but we're good. Let's go.
Okay, you have at least a month's worth of energy from the bears.
All right, so it will hold the energy. Then we don't have to feed it every day.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah, you guys talked to it, and it said it can hold power, but it needs to be fed. When it gets low on power, it needs to be fed. So,
All right, well, yeah, if that's the case, then
Yeah,
we don't got to feed it every day.
If Furbo can recognize that the summons work and that it only needs to be fed, call it once a week to be conservative. That's one spell slot per week to keep the ship fueled for a week.
mm-hmm.
So we don't need to put anybody in the engine that we don't want to be in the engine.
That's right. There you go. You have figured it out.
Yay.
Yay.
Big brains.
Big brains. You figured it out. Good job, everybody. So you sail on, leaving Walanda Vale in the rear view mirror, as it were. And as you sail across the skies, you see the entire... Go ahead.
Before we start just sailing the ship out in the open, is there some sort of like cloaking device that's already inherent in the ship? I mean, I don't want to be just sailing a nautiloid across the open skies for everybody to see.
Well, we could fly it high enough above the clouds to where it looks like a black dot.
You mean high enough above the clouds where the other mind flayers were?
Yeah.
And keep in mind that, we're only about 30 miles from the Vaults of Doom, where the Mind Flayer lives.
Yeah.
So fly it
I
low.
don't think it has a cloak,
So fly it low, and we'll go from there.
You're not aware of any of that technology on here. If it does, you haven't discovered it yet. You've only discovered the drive, how to operate it, and what weapons it has. You don't even know how to operate those weapons yet. So it's going to take you probably a week.
If it's a ballista, I mean,
a ballista's obvious, right? But the other weaponry. It's probably going to take you about a week of spending some time in this control system to figure out everything you need to know about this ship. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And since we picked up Neris and Mr. Fluffers, how does Neris feel about all this?
Good question.
Well, Neris was there when you slayed what was believed to be the Mind Flayer, and Neris is okay with it. He's uneasy at first, but once you tell him the story and how everything happened, he understands, and he just says, "Just keep me away from that thing. Those things were used to enslave my people. For centuries, they used them over us. As long as it doesn't come at me, I will not go to it." And he's okay with it. He trusts you all, apparently.
That's unadvisable.
Yeah.
And you're sailing across the sky, and you see the wood coming into view, the forest where Forda Woods is. Just as the sun is starting to set, off in the distance, an orange glow in the sky, as the last rays are dipping down, and you pick out a decent landing spot. And go ahead and make your landing roll.
I will assist you again.
And
After-
dex save.
You're not at disadvantage this time, so if he's giving you advantage, you've crashed it, you figured out, oh, I better not do it that way again. So go ahead and roll with advantage. Brace for impact. No. Actually, this time you managed to guide it right exactly to the spot, dusting up the ground as you land it. It hovers slightly just above a meadow and then gently settles into the grass. And you've landed the ship quite satisfactory.
This whole time, Vale was looking for something wood and just absolutely buries his claws in something, knowing that something bad is going to happen.
As you step off into the meadow here at the edge of the wood, not able to land in the forest itself because the tree cover is too thick. Do you take Neris with you, or do you want to leave him here with the ship?
We're gonna take him.
Okay. Mr.
Brata's
Fluffer's
gonna summon him to come with us.
Okay. Maybe Brata doesn't trust him with the obelisks.
Or maybe Brata just wants Neris near her.
Maybe.
Can't you command him with that sword, though? Or am I thinking of the wrong thing?
I mean, he just kind of does what I tell him to do. I think, he recognizes the sword for what it is, and the person who has it is his commander, so it's not like a magical thing. I think he just listens.
I mean, this is one of the ones that was brought back to life, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. There seemed to be an unnatural control you had over him. But
He just listens to me. I don't know. Neris, come with us. I am
Okay.
summoning you to join us in battle.
Join us or die.
Nice. All right. No elves in the party, so that won't apply. As you step off and you head towards the direction of Forderwood, the trees part slightly and a path begins to show itself to you on the ground. The vines pull back, the roots sink into the dirt. It appears this may be some sort of an enchanted forest, in fact. You follow the path for a while, and the trees get larger and older and taller, bigger around. You get to one point, some of these trees are about 8 feet in diameter. And you'd eventually start to smell a little wood smoke, start to hear the sounds of laughter and revelry. You expect to see a village not far from you, but actually you don't see anything except some wagon tracks. And eventually you get closer to the smells and sounds. The wagon tracks get more distinct. And you hear a voice from above you. Greetings, travelers! You must be weary from your journey. You look around, you don't see anyone. He goes, no, above you. You look up to see a village built in the oldest section of the forest. High in the treetops, wooden rope bridges swing above the ground, connecting different buildings, homes, restaurants, taverns. You see an elf standing on a platform. And he says, "Come, rest in the Smokin' Hollow Tavern. You are expected, my friends." A spiral wooden staircase descends from the platform, and at the base of the tree that he's standing at. And this, my friends, is where we will end Season 1 of the Welcome Home campaign. Welcome to level 8. Congratulations.
Ooh, we get to level up, y'all.
Congratulations.
Fancy.
That was pretty awesome. I really enjoyed that end session.
Whew.
Chat, what do you guys and gals and other identifications feel
AMA
out there?
Billy. AMA Billy.
Oh yeah,
AMA.
that's right. We should just save it all for the AMA. I want to talk about it though because I'm so excited. I really do. This season has been a ton of fun for me, and I've really enjoyed it. If you have joined us late and you didn't realize this was the season finale, sorry for the spoiler there at the end, but go back to our YouTube channel. All of our episodes are archived in our playlist for the United Adventure Company's Welcome Home campaign. So go back and watch them from episode 1 on and see how these characters have grown and changed. It's amazing to see how much different they are today than they were 11 months ago when we started this campaign. 11 months and 20 episodes. That's awesome, y'all. Like, it's really incredible that we've been able to keep it going. And I'm excited for season 2 to see where we go.
And when does season 2 start, Billy?
Let's take a quick gander at the calendar, if we will. The phrase I was just trying to say a second ago was guys, gals, and non-binary pals. And it always slips my mind. I don't know why. I really screwed that up. And I'm sorry if my miswording offended anyone. We would normally play the 24th, 28th. We will... The 28th of August will be, so we'll be taking 1, 2, 3 weeks off. Right? Yep.
No,
1, 2, 3 weeks. Yep.
Is that like a tentative 28th? Or
it can be if we need to look at it a little more in depth when we get a little closer. We may do a season 2 session 0 kind of thing, just to kind of recap, regroup, see where we are, and then I'd like to do an AMA sometime, but work has me just really slam busy for the next 3 weeks. I won't have a day off until the 28th, actually. That'll be my first day off. So
you could make the 28th the AMA.
Yeah, we could do the AMA on the 28th where we talk about this past season. We discuss all of that, and that then we'll talk a little bit about season 2. How does that sound, everyone?
Sounds fine to me.
Good. All right.
yeah,
That'll give me a little time to put together thoughts and whatnot about this last session as well. I'm glad everyone had a good time. I know we're a little earlier than normal. We usually go till 10, but this is a really good place to stop. And in the season, like, wow, I'm really excited, y'all. I don't know why I'm so happy and excited. I'm kind of glad you didn't kill the Ooblex. I like him.
I don't like the
Absolutely.
Ooblex. I hate the Ooblex. The Ooblex and I are not going to get along.
Out of character, I
Ooblex
like
is our
it.
friend.
Oh, out of character, he's great, but
It's a great monster,
Fail.
right? I mean, it's a great monster. So welcome to real combat, like where things actually, you have to be strategic about where you hit things. We'll talk about more of that in the AMA. But, wow. Anybody have any closing thoughts? Anything they want to share before we sign off for this last episode? We'll go around, and anybody want to say anything?
I don't have anything.
I've got nothing.
GG, everybody.
GG indeed.
I thought it was an evil campaign.
It is-
I didn't get.
it is an evil
Get the
campaign.
memo. I didn't get the memo. It was evil.
Evil.
Everybody
Oh,
who
I-
we're encountering is our ally. Just because we're evil doesn't mean we go and kill every single person who's around.
Yeah, we're
Well,
not murder hobos.
Only if you're veiled do you do that.
It depends on what type of evil you are.
Yeah.
I mean, so
We've also got a whole group of people trying to kill our friends, so it's probably a bad idea for us to also kill our friends.
Wait. Your friends that killed your parents and then enslaved you and made you into tools for their purposes and
We
agendas?
don't have confirmation of that yet.
I actually don't think that's the case.
We haven't received any information that would ever lead us to believe.
That's
Actually-
just Vale making.
Actually, we have.
Okay.
Please,
I can
please
only go by
elaborate.
what.
We had a meeting with Mother Sushin, and she said that they were closely aligned with them.
Were is not present tense.
The whole point to that was to get new inductees for the orphanage, so that eventually there would be people to take the trials and become lichens. That was the whole point. But again, AMA.
yeah, we could talk more about that then. Make your notes about this stuff for the AMA, and we can actually get in depth now that the season's over. I'd really like to talk about those little things where there are nuanced differences in what your characters understood, like, because everybody heard things a little differently, and so that's going to play into how the characters interact, how they play, everything. So
Exactly.
So not only did they make you your tools, they're going to turn you into lycanthropes later down the road.
We already are.
That's
Some of us.
been done.
And y'all worry about some freaking gnomes? Man.
Rata would have been happy to give it gnomes, but she was also happy to not give it gnomes. Brata is plenty evil, but come on.
No, Matches is cool with feeding the bears. Bears is fine. But he does dislike gnomes.
Torbo's not a fan of gnomes. They're way too tiny. But still,
Like I said, I don't like gnomes, but they are supposed to be our allies. So, supposed to be.
At least until the church you belong to turns your werewolf instincts against them to devour them.
We'll see how that pans out.
You're all being used.
maybe
Lindsay,
so.
the player, has different opinions than Brata, the character. I'll just put it
As-
that way.
As do I. Exactly.
You're members of a freaking cult. You're cultists.
Hare Krishna.
You're like some
Hare Krishna.
Jim Jones freaking crazy shit. Oh man. You're members of a religious cult and you're their pawns. Wow.
Says the
Wow.
guy who would gladly head the cult if he had the opportunity.
Mhm.
No, in my cult, you all would be
AMA.
free. In my
AMA.
cult, you would all be free.
AMA.
And you'd work together to achieve
AMA.
the goal that benefited us all.
AMA.
Rick really wants to talk about this in the AMA, I think.
It's content.
It is. It's great. So this is what's called the teaser reel. And
Yeah,
we'll
we're teasing.
We'll
We're
go
teasing all.
edit this out for the YouTube teaser reel.
No, we won't. It'll stay
we
in
won't.
there.
It'll stay
Because
there.
look,
It'll stay
because
there.
look, there's the comment. There's the comment, you guys. We can all jump on it and go to heaven after we cut our balls off. Wow.
All right, everybody.
Cultists. Freaking crazy cultists.
Our
Yes,
cast,
we are.
Our cast for Welcome Home has been Brata, played by Lindsay, Furbol, played by Mike, Matches, played by Jesse, Clark, played by Angela, Vale, played by Rick, and I've been your storyteller and dungeon master. I'm Billy. We'll see you all next time, sometime around August 28th. Check the Discord, watch our socials. We will be back for an AMA, and then season 2 is coming. So make sure that you brush up on our content between now and then. But until we see you again, my friends, this has been an absolute pleasure for the last 11 months. We're going to take a little break, and we'll be back. We love you all to pieces. But until next time, get out of our dungeon. Good night, everybody.
See ya.